Oh, here today, everybody. A nice little green pre-market, huh? Woo! All right, so it's going to be a wild day ahead. Right now, we have AMC up about 3% in the pre-market right now. It is at about $16.50. Did break out of this little supply and demand zone range that we have been looking at. That's kind of what we were looking at out of AME yesterday to try to get out of this zone. If it can, that's going to be really good. If we can use these levels as support and then start to head back up. But again, we do have Powell, which we are going to go over in a little bit. We have GME over here up 4% right now at 103.92. All looking pretty good. BBIG got some cryptide news last night, so they're up 20% in the pre-market right now at about 361 with a volume already only on Webull of about 3.12 million. So that's probably about, I don't know, 7 million overall. And then we have the SPY up 1.63% ahead of Powell after last night in the after hours, right after, it just tanked. This market is on crack, but it'll be fun. So, how's everybody doing today? Let's have some fun here. Woo, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a good day here, people. BBIG is booming in pre-market. All right, cool. Let's do a little bit of an Ortex update as everybody's filtering in. Zella, 100 million share buyback, looking good, up 25% in the pre-market. Ooh, we were looking at Zella yesterday. Broke the Stoke. You were the one that was bringing that up, huh? You feel like the movements are fake? Well, it's going to be very, very volatile. That's the thing. Like the SPY is up 1.6% in the pre-market right now. It could easily just come crashing down. And I'm probably not going to be touching anything. I got to see if I still have a negative unsettled cash balance, if they're going to give me my money that I deposited to trade with. And then I'll just wait for Powell. Because so what's going to happen with Powell today is we are going to be getting essentially the news of whatever the report is. So the report's going to come out at 2, and then at 2:30 we're going to get Powell's written statements. He's just going to have something written out, and then it's going to be a Q&A. So we're going to play a little bit of Powell on, Powell off a little bit later today. It'll be fun. It'll be fun. Microsoft dropped to 270 after hours last night, bought a ton of shares and cried. It went back up to 300 around 6:30. Thank you. Yeah, exact. Microsoft, they were a dud, weren't they? I think Microsoft was a little bit of a dud. Yeah, Microsoft's a dud. Like it was pricing in about 6%. It needs to move a lot more than that to really print on this. So 303. What are the 303s? These are still really, really expensive. The 305s are 360. You're gonna get IV crushed on those. So that's kind of why we look at the market pricing in to see what's going on with the options. Just to see before earnings. I didn't really like Microsoft. Intel is after hours today. I usually do like Intel, especially chip maker now. Could go up, but it also has the potential to absolutely tank. So Amy's Ortex right now. Let's see what we have. So we have 359,000 shares borrowed. We have 35,000 shares returned. 323,000 net borrowed shares. So that's what they've taken out in a net way. 20.8% estimated short interest, still low cost to borrow. For some reason, the utilization is now back up to 73%. Again, we've gone over this utilization example a lot of times as to why the utilization is falling. It has to do with the institutions basically increasing the amount of shares that they own. And when they do that, they're essentially going to say we can loan out more shares, but they're not actually doing that right now. Like we're seeing 106 million estimated like short interest in the stock, which in order to really counteract the institutional buying, we would need to see like 115, 120, 125 in terms of all these shares sold short. Can it get there eventually? It's possible, but that's going to require a lot of shorting to come into the stock, which honestly, I don't think we really want a whole lot of right now. Let's check GME really quickly. The moment of truth. Ooh, I like what we're seeing here. 85.44% utilization. I like it. Higher cost to borrow. So all of those 12.86 million shorts are now paying more in their borrow fee, which is pretty sweet. 20.58% estimated short interest on GME. Now, I know a lot of people are going to be asking about BBIG this morning. So let's take a look-see over here. Yeah, also, if you guys don't mind, as you guys are filtering in, make sure you guys hit that like button on the stream. It's going to be a wild day. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you guys have been showing on the channel recently. It's been absolutely insane. Thank you. Like literally, this would not work. Like the whole, how much fun we have every day without you guys. So thank you guys so much. 92 BBIG is wild. BBIG 99.96% utilization, 27.94% estimated short interest, and pretty high cost to borrow of 105%. Days to cover on this thing 1.32. But yeah, everything's kind of looking a little bit interesting going into the pre-market today, people. Market turn it around, hopefully. It could be. Good morning, STV. Good morning. Oh, Jeff. Thanks for becoming a member, Jeff. I really appreciate that, man. Shout out to all the members, the mods, all of you guys. You guys are awesome. You guys don't have to join the membership if you guys don't want to at all. But special shout out to those of you guys who do. Helps out a whole lot. Not a hedge fund. What's up, man? Good morning, peeps. Let's see. Good morning, STV. Ready for Tide and BBIG to rip faces off? Oh, I'm hoping, man. Good morning, Vix. This is possibly a bull trap today for the market. It's very possible. Trace Mustache, you DM me this morning. Can you check it out? Yeah, what was it? The 7 EMA, I think it was. I just glanced over it. I literally as soon as I woke up. So what was it? Was it the 7 or the 9 EMA that you liked? So Trey's mustache. The only issue. 7 EMA. Okay. The only issue with that is that it is very possible that you're going to get a lot more false signals. With that, you're going to have to tighten up your rules as to when you are going to take a trade or not. Yeah, it might get you in a little bit earlier, but with the way that 1348 cross, it's like kind of like waiting, and then hits. So it's kind of signaling a move. Yeah, you still get false indicators with 1348, but you're going to get a little bit less of them. So I can take a look and see how it works. But yeah, it's very interesting. We've been messing with a lot of the stuff too. This is without a doubt a bull trap. Oh, it easily could. It easily could be. Goldman sees a bull market. Barclays sees 20% wipeout. Yeah, I mean they're all going to be flip flopping all over the place. So here's the thing, Goldman. Remember, so here's kind of what happened last year. So remember, right as Goldman came out with their Q2 earnings report, and before that, we were like on my channel, I was like, the market come down, and if it's going to, it's probably going to do it in Q4. That's when it made a lot of sense to do so with everything that was going on with leverage and rolling over and stuff. And basically the price that I was calling for was wherever the 200 moving average was. If you guys remember that, we went over those articles. It was like, all right, SPY has not touched the 200 moving average all year. If it's going to, all the banks were like, it's probably going to touch it in Q4. Well, it just came the next quarter. But once Goldman came out, it was like, yeah, we sold 25% of all of our equity position in Q2. I was like, okay, something's definitely up here. And then that's when we started talking about a lot of the market coming down. But yeah, how's the like button doing? I don't know, man. You're a bad man, pajama. Thank you, man. Team out avocado, squirrels. Everyone wants to know how the market's doing, but nobody asks how STV's doing. Benoit, I'm doing pretty freaking solid today, man. I'm having an awesome morning so far. We're streaming. We're having a good day. We're seeing some green over here. Let's see if we can. I mean, if you want to flip some stuff ahead of Powell, you can. It's just going to be a little bit risky. I had it added, so I had all three. Okay, Chase Mustache. What I do is I have the 24 EMA on there too, so it gets it out. It gets you in a little bit quicker. But I can take a look at that too. The 7. It'll just confuse me if I have them all up. I'm like, this even confuses me with like 4 lines. So, Amy, volume in the pre-market. It's only 244,000, but it's getting some action here. Up 3% in the pre-market. GME's up 3.29. BBIG's up 21, and the SPY is up 1.5. It looks good so far. Did your negative funds ever clear? No, this is crazy. I don't know what happened. I literally don't know how this is possible. Let me look again. They all cleared. We have full access to the entire deposit minus the amount of money that I put into AMC that day on last Friday. So I made the deposit last Friday. It is now here today. So, okay, now we have some money to play with. Interesting. I don't know if I want to touch anything until after Powell. It's just a little risky with this marketplace right now. It's like, I might want to wait a little bit. Synthetic margin call. Yeah. I don't know. Everybody was kind of talking about yesterday how like Citadel was getting margin called. And I was like, hold on now. What? And like you get margin called on your like account. Like, yeah, if they're heavily weighted on long positions and the S&P is coming down, they have a long position in the S&P that's going to hurt them. But they have a boatload of puts. They have 700 according to their Q3 13F, they have 700,000 put contracts. That's so many on the S&P 500. So, or on the SPY, not even the index. So they're just messing around with the ETF right now. That is a crazy amount. Did I see Kramer lose it last night on AMC and GME? Nah, I try not to listen to what crackheads tell me, you know? That's what I try to do. I like if there's like a crackhead that's like, do this, I try to like not listen to it, and then I'm like good to go, right? So I'm just making a joke. Francisco, thank you so much for the super, buddy. I appreciate that. Good morning, BBIG in Prague looking hot. Yeah, BBIG is looking good. How's Prague doing over here? Ooh, Prague looking all right. Prague kind of coming back to life a little bit over here. Let's see. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna make sure that our masked friend has the link for when he wants to come over a little bit later. Bing bong, the price is starting to get less wrong. Here we go, people. Whew! I'm excited today. I don't know what it is. I'm excited today. It's really like I'm not even that excited for like the green that we're seeing. I'm just excited for Powell and that my funds have settled. You know, like that. I'm kind of just really excited in general now of like okay, now I can finally like that SPY 1348 trade yesterday. Like I would have crushed this. Like come on, I was calling it out on stream. The Pfizer trade that we were looking at. Like come on. I'm just calling them out, and I'm like, all right, here's what it's looking like, and then I can't do anything about it, which kind of sucks. He said people need to educate themselves before buying companies like GME and AMC on a hype. I know more about GME than I know about my husband. That makes no sense. That Kramer, what? Well, that joke alone got my like. Joseph, thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's a trick. Get an axe. I mean, this is gonna be. I don't know. Here's kind of what I think is going on with the market, and it kind of goes in line of what we saw earlier with what was somebody saying? Goldman says that we're going to come up, and then that other institution was like 20% down. I think what's really going on here with the market, you can kind of see it here, is that right after close, the short institutions, the ones that think it's going to go down, are just selling. And then all of a sudden, the long institutions are like, no, 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 this is a good buying opportunity. We think it's going to come back up. And then they just buy the shit out of it. So that's kind of what we see. Like even yesterday, it's like the institutions are selling. And then the longs are like, okay, now we're going to come back in and buy everything that you just sold. Which honestly, the longs doing that is probably the smarter decision than the shorts. Because what the shorts are going to do is the shorts can really, like in general, if you're short the market, you can only really make so much money on things going down. Like eventually buyers are going to step back in and be like, no, the Fed's going to, you're fighting the Fed, you're fighting the United States government, and you're betting against the United States economy. So you can only really win so much. So if you're just going to dollar cost average in, you're probably going to be fine, which is a lot of like what these longs are doing. They're just like, yeah, it's a dip, I'll buy it. But the shorts are like, no, or the sellers are just going to be like, no, I'm going to sell, try to reestablish lower, and you're trying to time the market. What that does is it allows for moves like this, these FOMO moves, where the market starts to go back up, and the people that sold are going to be like, shit, and then just start buying it back up again. You remind me of Ben Shapiro. Guys, everybody says this to me all the time, and I don't understand. Like, I don't think it's the voice. Also, remember the new rule that we have? If I start going crazy, talking really fast, what do? You drop a bunch of horses in the chat. That's what we do. What time is the talk? Well, the talk is going to be at 2:30. The report comes out at 2. It's the voice. I can do a Ben Shapiro impression. It's like, the market's manipulating. I can't even do a good one. Hold on. I'd have to think about it. I'd have to think about his voice. Horses in the chat. Here we go. Squirrels in the chat for fast talking. Squirrels are pretty fast. Avocado. Squirrels are pretty fast. Check out the dude's article. Whose article? Go look at that article. Jacob, which one, buddy? The one that you sent me yesterday? Or you sent me a new one? I'm not sure. Haley's bench Shapiro's. All right. So, I mean, this controversial guy. Wrench Capital impression. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Wrench Capital. That's about as best as I can do. All right, people. Here we go. Amy's up 50 cents in the pre-market. SPY's up 1.5. GME's up 3.82. Prague's up 2.59. Where's Biggie? Biggie. Can't you see? Sometimes your boom boom candles hypnotize me. That was bad. That was really bad. Oh man. When's the meeting? 2:30. That was a good wrench impression. I appreciate that, guys. I appreciate it. I think it's the eyebrows too. You guys coming at my eyebrows now? That's not nice. Wow. What is it? Just screw Vix today? Or just hating on me today this morning, I guess. Or just hating on me. Smile Direct Club Ortex. I got you. Don't worry. I'm here for you. Okay. You gotta click it again. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Smile Direct Club Ortex, zero return shares, 8,800 borrowed shares, 31% short interest, decently high cost to borrow, basically all of the utilization, 99.8. Ankles. Thank you, bro. Broke the soak. Anytime, my man. Anytime. Anytime. All right, everybody. Hickory dickory dock. We all were watching our stock. The A's came through. The stock we love flew, and now we trace the hedgies in chalk. That was a good one, Wanted Felons. That one, I appreciate that one. All right, people. All right, people. What's the option chain looking like for today? Probably nothing. I mean, we can take a look at I'll take a look at Stonko really quickly. Nothing. 49,000 puts in the money. People are buying. Okay, so that's a couple of more put. Okay, so 9,000 calls in the money, 146,000 out, 49,000 puts in the money, 46,000 out. Max pain should be around 19 still. I mean, I can take a look at it really quickly. Unless we start really running and break above max pain, then it's not really going to help us a whole lot. If we finish at max pain, remember that whole 21 nonsense last week. That is going to help the hedgies. So what is this nonsense? No, I don't want Amcor. I want AMC. I typed in AMC. I want you to give me AMC. That's what I want. AMC Entertainment, $19 max pain for today. BBIG, pumping. 364 in the pre-market over here. Amy 1649, GME 103.60, SPY 440.85. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Respect, you read our comments, dude. Baby 8. Here's the thing. If you don't read if you don't read comments on like the live chat, I don't know why you wouldn't. It just makes it more, one, interactive. Two, I can't sit here and just like think of things to like yell at you guys about all day long. I can't. I could try, but it's way more fun to just talk to you guys. Ford will do something today. Maybe. Usually like 3 or 4 the group rest are down. You see 20 moon stocks all up decent. Maybe a good sign. That's true. AMC Ortex. Bob, if you spam it, I'm going to time you out. Unless it changed again. See, here's the thing. When people do this, sometimes it changes and then it goes wild. And then I'm like, oh, thanks for spamming. Like nothing right here. 20.82% estimated. We got 429,000 borrowed shares, 74 essentially percent utilization, low cost to borrow. Whew. I know it doesn't mean a whole lot, but it's nice to see Amy's price over the 13 EMA on the 2-hour chart. You know what? It's all about the small wins, not a hedge fund. It's all about the small wins, huh? That's kind of what we're searching for over here. Just now, small wins, stack them together, and same thing with trading. Like you got to go real in and out with this marketplace here. BBIG looking good. The market is about to have you hold in the bag if you start buying in now. It could be. This could be a little bit of a bull trap today. That's kind of why I'm waiting for Powell. And here's the other thing. I saw a lot of people, and you can kind of do this by the numbers, but I saw a lot of people talking about how expensive SPY options were yesterday. Now, that's not necessarily a good sign. And that's so everybody knows that the VIX has been skyrocketing. What was it at? Like 32, I think. Really, really high without like crash. Like it can get to 70 if the market's going to absolutely capitulate. But with the VIX at 32, that is measuring the implied volatility on the S&P 500 options chain. Now, if the implied volatility is going up, well, that's going to make contracts more expensive. So what that means is that the options market is pricing in larger moves in the SPY. So the contracts are going to be more expensive. So the moves that we are seeing are now kind of priced in. So it's going to be, it might be a little bit more difficult to have like those 500% gains on SPY unless it happens towards the end of the day. And then we can really crank with them. But I don't know. Today's not the day to do it because it's going to get a little interesting, especially with Powell. Are you saying don't buy AMC because I was going to buy more today? Tony, no, that's not what I'm saying at all. You can buy whenever you want. What is cheddar flow? I have no idea. Oh, is it like a unusual whales like to it with options? I think that's what it is. Our puts or calls more expensive. Technically, they should be the same course. So if the put call parity holds, it should be relatively similar. Thank you. That was actually exactly my question. Why SPY options were so expensive yesterday? Yeah. I'm going to be paper trading some 1348 today. Okay. Yes. Watch out though, because okay. So here's the thing. And I want everybody to understand this. And I'll throw it in the Discord too. When 2 p.m. comes and the 10-15 minutes after leading up into Powell, if you are getting 1348 alerts, it is going to go bullshit. It is going to blow up your phone with alerts. Here's why. you are most likely going to see the SPY pop or drop significantly and then reverse. That is usually what we see happen with the market. When you see these Fed reports come out, you see it pick a direction, that's the fake out, and then it goes like wildly in the other direction. If it picks one direction and stays, it's probably going to be a huge move. You got to think of like today, like stock market earnings. That's kind of what the Fed is like, just with a little bit less IV than an earnings play would have. So just be careful with that. It's gonna get really volatile because if the SPY rips, everything's gonna start to go up. You could see like everything cross 1348, but then it could come right back down, and then it could also just cross the 1348 on the way back down. So make sure you follow the rules. If you follow the rules and kind of know what's going on with the market, like what that long paragraph I sent yesterday in one of those chats, it just pay attention to what's going on. You ran a DCF on JVA last night. I'm not going to say my results, but I think you should check out their business. 10Q, market cap, outstanding short interest, really interesting position. Broke the stock. I'll take a look at that. I'm going to try to do some DCFs on AMC, like multiple of them to value it at 10, what it's priced at now, 30 or whatever I think it's actually fundamentally valued at, and then like 70, and then have a justification for every single one to just show you. I just don't have enough time to do it right now. Like I have school, like tonight I have to do a lot of schoolwork. This weekend I get assaulted with schoolwork because that's when I catch up on it. But yo, can I get a Discord invite? Boston guy, the link to the free chat's in the top if you want to join. Let's see. All right, so AMC right now up 2.87%. We have about 39 minutes until the market opens, people. I hope you're excited. It's going to be fun. Also, for everybody filtering in right now, if you guys don't mind hitting that like button on the stream, just helps out a whole lot with the algorithm. You guys have been absolutely just like killing it yesterday. You guys ran it up yesterday. That was insane. Keeping an eye on ILUS. Thanks for that announcement. Anytime. It's going to be volatile. So watch out when that comes out. I'll be talking about that and I'll throw it in there too. When we're going to get up towards Powell time. But you're going to get it's just that's what I'm predicting for it to happen. It's just going to like freak out everything. And then everything's going to start to pick a direction going into Powell. And then after Powell starts talking, then you're going to get some more movement. What is the good news for SPY that can make it go up? No Ukraine stuff. The inflation's not as bad and they're going to do less rate hikes. That's what would be the really, really good news. You work hard for us, man. We really appreciate you paying attention to the overall mood of the market, mindset of investors. I think you're the most responsible and level-headed on YouTube. Thanks, Broke to Soak. I appreciate that, buddy. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm here to help. And then thank you. I appreciate that, man. So in a perfect world, what do we want to hear from the Fed today? In a perfect world, we would want them to say, we are going to do a rate hike, but keyword but. So it's probably going to come in March. So I highly doubt they're going to do a rate hike today. If they do, it's put city. And then you play TLT on it. So probably TLT puts. I don't know though. It depends. If so, when we start to get into March, I'll set up a TLT play and start to get going with it. Because that's going to be, it has the potential if they do a giant rate hike. I mean, when TLT goes, it's like a 10,000% play. I've never hit one. I've seen them though, and they're dirty. But I think I'll try and set one up. I know somebody else on YouTube is going to be doing the same thing. I mean, I'll tell you where it is. It's the Trading Fraternity and Stock Market Live channel. I know if he's going to be setting one up, probably going to be up because he's the one that's done them before, so he's going to be able to like figure it out a little better than I do. Just because I've never hit the play before, and I mean that's kind of where I learned a lot of how economics just affects everything. But yeah, I'll try to set one up too. It makes sense for a rate hike coming in and what happens with, so there's a lot of things that we could do with TLT. Good morning, not showering until it squeezes, says Phil. I say this all the time in terms of the stock market, but this is a literal sense right here. That's dirty. Let's see here. I have a song stuck in my head and it's really bad because it's like the Mo Bamba of like 2022 so far. And I really wish it wasn't stuck in my head. BBIG will continue ripping. Hudson Bay opted for tied shares, not warrants. Woo! 21% about on BBIG this morning. The buyers could really step in on this thing. So Amy's up about 2.56. We got the SPY up 1.43. GME is up 3.22. So prices, we got 103.13 on GME, 364 on BBIG, 1643 on AMC right now in the pre-market. It's not the Island Boy one. What is TLT? It's going to be the ETF that tracks like bond moves. I'm guessing all the shares on loan is just them preparing in case we see a January 28th run. If we see a January 28th run, they can do their best. But the one thing that the market makers, the shorts, can never counteract is a massive influx and imbalance of buying pressure or selling pressure. That will always trump the little nonsense manipulation tactics that they are going to try to pull on us on a day-to-day basis. It's always going to counteract it. So that's kind of why we want to try to empower people to have a little bit more money. Just if they want to buy the dips, they can. But again, the one thing that they're never going to be able to just stifle is a wild increase of buying pressure. Now, some people are going to be like, well, we saw it Friday. No, we didn't. It wasn't enough. You can't just, there has to be like a little bit of a catalyst, like a FOMO run, and people like you have to spark that FOMO in people. Was there FOMO on Friday? No. So you got to really like spark that momentum on it, which if the market starts to trend back to the upside, it easily could. So why so wild today? We got Daddy Powell coming in to basically tell us how the markets do, how the economy's doing. And it's probably going to be bad, but I don't know. Hopefully comes out more dovish and the market pumps. That's kind of what I'm hoping. Buying puts would just be too easy. I think it just seems too logical. I think the most illogical outcome would be like, it just does nothing. Vix, sing us a song. I don't know if I can. I don't know if I can do that. Singing you a song might be a little bit difficult over here. That one song stuck in my head. It has to do with, I'm not even going to say it. Today, FINRA short interest report update. I thought it was yesterday, wasn't it? Oh, maybe it is today. So today will be, we get the exchange reported short interest. Interesting. Big day today, people. I sent a DM on Twitter. There's a spot on AMC. I found a correlation with pre-squeeze run date, October 15th, 2020. Look at RSI and MACD daily, weekly compared to this week, and RSI and MACD in the weekly chart. If you send me pictures of it, I'll look at it. Broke the stoke. I think I know it. Yeah, here it is. Where was this? 22. All right, is it these two pictures? Ooh. Okay. I mean, when I was looking at it, broke the stoke, this is kind of what I was seeing. I was like, okay, well, if fractal theory is going to be what we're looking at here, where are we? And if you look at like all the moves and just trace them back, we were like here-ish. So I don't know. You gotta take that with a grain of salt. That was just me screwing around. But let's see. What are we at now? 1649 on AMC in the pre-market. I'm pumped, people. I'm freaking pumped today. I'm ready to have some fun. Are you streaming the SEC meeting at 10 a.m.? Oh shit, there's an SEC. Yeah, we can look at it. Okay. This is gonna be Chat's job for the day. You get one job. That's it. Somebody find me the link to the SEC meeting. Because let's hear Frozen. Yeah, if it's on at 10 a.m., we can do that. Where is Granddad? I haven't seen Grandpa Barney in a couple of days. Can you explain that fractal theory a bit more? I literally was just like, okay, it went up, down, up, down, up, down, and I literally just traced it. It's just literally like the most like nonsensical way to do it. And it probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense. That's why I'm not making videos about it. Because it was just me screwing around. I was like, oh, like I don't know how to do this, but if I were to do it, where would we be? Where would I put us? And that's kind of where I saw it. Big day SEC meeting. I say the SEC meeting's a little bit like, they're not going to do a whole lot, but I mean, if they do, so the thing with the SEC meeting that I want everybody to understand is what they're probably doing. You got to think about why we're here. The only reason why we're here with these short sale transparency reports and potential for like coming out with more transparency is us and what happened last January. So what they could be doing, and I want everybody to be fully aware of this, is just throwing us a bone. So they won't be thinking, yeah, let's give them something. And then hopefully they shut up. But we can't shut up. They're going to give us something, but it's not going to be enough. I can almost guarantee you that it's not going to be enough or what we want. So we have to keep making our voices heard and proving that, well, this is not the way our market should be operating right now. Jealousy Game Rock. Yeah, I'm trying to find the link to it right now. Anybody got the link to it? Shoot me that link, people. Let's see. Meme ETF down. Weird. Yeah. My friend bought 19K of SPY puts 2 days ago and was up 40% and did not sell. I mean, uh-oh. We want T0. You want T0. You mean like 0-day settlement? I'm fine with 0-day settlement. I like that. Morning VIX, can you explain terminology? Fidelity options purchasing terms are buy to close and sell to open. These are the only option choices that I have. Okay, buy to open, Lex, very, very simple. So it's just buying an option. So if I were to go buy an option, like a put or a call, that would be buying to open. If I wanted to sell to close, well, then that would just mean I'm selling that option. So it's basically just buying and selling options. Now, if it's sell to open, that means you're clicking an option, selling it, which could be a naked call, which is really, really risky. And then you would then go and buy to close. So it's technically you're shorting the options contract. Are you saying hi to my chair? That's kind of weird. Chair's right here. Did it transfer 7 days ago from Robinhood to Fidelity and will not go through? Just keep saying pending. I previously did about a month ago and it took me 2 days. Why do you think that is? I'm not sure. Do work, says Sue Ray. That's what we're trying to do over here, buddy. We are trying to do work. That is what we're trying to do over here, everybody. So it's going to be an exciting day. It's good. Oh, he's talking to me. Oh, shares in the chat. Okay. Well, I guess I'll see myself out now. Bloomberg published an article titled "The House Always Wins." I mean, unless they over leverage themselves on risky derivatives and then they get slapped in the face by retail investors. Apple earnings. That's Thursday. Intel's after hours today. I'll price in Intel. You shot me Twitter DM with the link. Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll put that on at 10 a.m. You've been selected to participate in a brief customer satisfaction survey? No. Sunshine Act notice agenda. This is weird. This event will be webcasted January 26th. Okay. So I'll leave this up. We're going to be watching the SEC stuff at 10. If it's nonsense, we'll turn it off. But if it's something we really want to hear about, then we can take a look at it. Powell talks at 2:30. 2:30 Powell. You are my favorite squirrel. Thanks, Dustin. I appreciate that, buddy. Amy, come on. I want to see you break 17. So what we're going to need to see today is Fetty Wap 1738, then 1776, some Declaration of Independence. Then we're going to need to see, I think the New York Stock Exchange was like 18 something. And then we're going to need to see Don Julio 1942. That's what we want to see. All green until 2? I don't know, man. We're going to have to wait and see what happens with the market. Like what directions the SPY is going to pick out open. This is your second notice that your car's extended warranty is going to expire. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. Oh, we got the mask gang coming in now. What's up, people? How we doing? For all you guys filtering in, make sure you guys hit that like button. Thank you, guys. Here we go. Come on, people. Let's have some fun now, huh? I sent him the link. Let's see if he pops over. What's up, Vix? What's up, AJ? How you doing, buddy? Oh, that was a blue bloop. We got a blue bloop. Oh, wait. I thought that was a blue bloop. It was not a blue bloop, though. I thought we had it. I thought we got it. Let's see here. We got the mask gang filtering in full force today. I like it. Here we go. It's going to be a fun day. We got the SEC meeting. We got a lot of stuff going on today, huh? Crypto running, Microsoft running. I mean, how much? Okay, so that's right about at market expectations. That one could be decent. Where's Biggie? Where is Biggie? How's Biggie doing over here? Biggie. Oh, dirty moves on BBIG this morning so far. You beat TMI here again? Yeah, maybe he had to take a pop quiz like I did yesterday. Maybe that's how it worked. Are you going to play Apple earnings? Probably. I might even play Intel earnings. I don't know. Let's see. I'll do it very, very small. We'll price it in towards the end of the day. Somebody remind me because I'll forget, and then I'll be like, God dang it. I always play Intel. Guess who got QQQ calls before close yesterday? Dennis. That a boy. Expect a lot less shills today. Oh, Lords. That was a little bit of nonsense, buddy. Ah, man, that was tough. How about Cryptide last night? Joanne, I know you must be pumped this morning. You must be pumped. Can BBIG force a squeeze on other stocks? It depends on if it's the same institution shorting them. The thing is, though, is that the shorts are not really going to feel the pressure on BBIG until like 8, like 650 or 8, and it doesn't really have the option chain this week, like to really push it up. So this is going to be a lot of FOMO buyers coming in. I am. There you go, Joanne. I like it. I like it. Oh, there it is. There it is. We got the blue bloop. We got the blue bloop. Oh, purple. I like it.
Purple today. Purple today. You know what? I don't know what was going on. My camera wouldn't work, so I was just sitting in the lobby, just do-doom, 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 do-doom.
Really?
Y'all
I heard it
killed me
once,
over
and
it.
I was like, I thought I heard you come in here.
Yeah, I did. I tried doing it a couple times. I was like, the camera's not working though. What the hell's going on?
I know.
It's
What are
gonna
you
be
looking
a
at for today, bud?
crazy day today. All right, so I have calls for Meta, Microsoft, and Tesla.
Okay. You played the earnings on Microsoft?
I played the earnings on Microsoft.
Please tell me you went both ways.
I did not go both ways. I did not go both ways. I did not go both ways. But I'll say this though. I'm getting out of everything at open with the exception of holding on to one Mara, one Tesla if we open green, like if it opens on a good run.
Okay.
And then I'm going to be playing light SPY puts after I see rejection from the market and just letting them sit. I'm talking about like, some 427, 430 puts. I was thinking for Friday, but maybe for today.
I think today's the smartest one. But the premiums are jacked on it. The SPY premiums are up there. So be careful. You still need that big move. Intel earnings after hours. So watch that. That'll be interesting.
Do you want to play that one both ways?
I'll probably do that one both ways.
Okay.
My cash settled. I no longer have negative unsettled cash. This is great.
Nice. Bitcoin's popping. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So that means the Mara's calling. Oh, they're up 8%. Oh,
and shit. Amy coming up in the pre-market too. Woo, baby.
Good start to the day. All right, guys. I'm going to jump off. I'm going to get myself some breakfast. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Good luck today.
Later, buddy. You got the link if you want to come back in and have some fun if stuff starts popping off.
Definitely will. You guys smash that like button. Let's get this thing going.
Ooh, there he is. What's up? All right, man. All right, people. Here we go. It's great to have you guys guests on each other's shows. That's what we do. We're all supporting each other over here, huh? Let's see. All right. So Shib's looking froggy. It might be. It's getting toasty in here. I mean, okay. So when the market opens, I would not be surprised if the SPY just goes right back down. You just got to be careful with everything. We do have about 23 minutes until the market opens. It is about to get exciting. Hopefully you guys are ready for a crazy day today. SPY's starting to move back down a little bit. GME is at 103.60. AMC's at 16.44. They're both up pretty decent. BBIG is up about 20% in the pre-market. It's looking solid. It is looking solid. Going both ways with TMI. No, you have to go both ways on the earnings plays. You have to. How much will AMC refinance debt? Another share offering? No. They won't refinance. No. They're just coming up with a new arrangement with their lender. Not us. It's just the institutions that they've sold bonds to. That's what they're going to be doing over there. No, AMC. Here's the other thing, Jan. AMC cannot do another share offering. They can sell 46,000 shares but they would have to ask us to do another offering. And do you know who's not going to approve that at these prices? Us. So it wouldn't even, if Adam Aaron comes out and is like, I want to do a share offering, that would be the silliest move that he could possibly do. Nobody's going to vote for it and everybody's going to be pissed. So here's the thing that here's where I'm at with share offering. I want them to have more cash and I want them to sell the least amount of shares possible. So I want the price to be above 100 and they can sell 10 million shares. They could raise $1 billion, only sell 10 million shares. If there's a lot of volume on a given day, those shares will get eaten up really, really quickly. They can raise $1 billion. Doesn't hurt anybody. Maybe we fall a little bit, but again, then they have an extra $1 billion that they can use, and we are still well above 100. Everybody wins. That's kind of what I want to see. But until then, no from me. Let's see. Why won't my graph save? I don't know. Let's see. Would allow apes to buy more shares? Outdoors, what would? Not if it's a direct offering, would allow apes to buy more shares. Apes can buy more shares right now. If you want to buy more shares right now, go for it. I mean, the offering's not going to help. If you play something both ways, how do you make money? You bet which way you think it will go and put some money towards that end. No, you play both ways. So puts and calls. You need one side to go up 100% or more. And then, so I'll show you guys on Intel a little bit later. Intel was pricing in a little bit more. Apple was pricing in the least amount. But the problem with this week is that the overall market, the VIX has skyrocketed. So options are going to be more expensive. So it kind of sucks when you're trying to play earnings. Got up at 4 a.m., no alarm, couldn't sleep. That was 4 hours ago. Can we just open the market so I can make money and go to sleep for a bit? Says Diamond back in. Hopefully. At the money versus in the money calls. Please explain. Well, at the money is like if AMC is trading at 16, you would buy the 16 or the 16.50. In the money would just be to like 15.50. Today, remember to slap the ask, smash the like, and bid up the ankles. Broke the stoke. I appreciate that, buddy. All righty. We got 20 minutes until the market opens, people. I hope everybody's excited. I hope everybody's as excited as I am. It's going to be a crazy day. We got 50 minutes till that little SEC transparency meeting, I'm guessing. So let's see how that goes. We are going to be watching that. I'll tweet out the link, or I'll tweet out that we're live watching that in a little bit. Straddle or strangle is how to play both ways. Yeah, you can straddle it. I like strangles a lot better. Strangle that price. All righty. BBIG up 20.6%. Popping in the pre-market. Absolute. Yeah. Blah, SPY. What you doing here, buddy? We have it's coming down testing the 48 EMA on the 5 minute in the pre-market. Let's see. I'm getting some puts on alcohol after my last night. Phil, happens, buddy. I mean, what was last night? A Tuesday? Phil, what'd you do last night? Was that you in the Discord? Morning SUV, morning game. The tide is coming. It is coming. It is coming. That's going to be dirty for BBIG, I think. I think SPY will drop after open, like you said. It could. It could. Sitting at a dealership while my totally real girlfriend is sleeping, not picking me up, says Tyler. That's reckless, buddy. Did the short interest increase on Prague? I don't know. Let me look. Probably not, honestly, with that move, unless they're trying to hit it on these upticks today. Oh, shit. Yeah, 3.54 million borrowed shares on Prague this morning, 180,000 returns. So they're trying to short the nuts out of Prague on this little run-up. Not on a Tuesday. Would you recommend 0-day for both ways or 2-day outputs and calls? No. Okay, this is not for SPY. That's for earnings. You can, if you want a YOLO, you can do it on the SPY today, but I'm probably not touching it. Maybe I will, though, depending on how expensive the SPY contracts are as we're getting up to the Powell meeting. I'll take a look and see. It is a 0-day, so that could be fun. Could be fun. Puts on our livers. I guess so, man. All right, so beer for breakfast in Texas? You guys are wild people. All righty. 2.68% in the pre-market. Ooh, I like it. I like it. I want to see this move continue into the market hours today. So the thing with Amy right now is just kind of hanging out at the top end of the supply and demand zone range. This zone is huge. But I mean, this level up here has shown some pretty solid resistance. We just need a solid break above this level. So hopefully the SPY is going to get a little action when the market opens and we can just go floop. That's what we need. We need floops today. That's not what we want. I feel like this is a trap. It easily could be. Calvin from the Mask Gang. What's up, buddy? Crypto popping back up too? Yep. Everything's starting to get up here. Everything's starting to come up. 1348, my cross head open to the downside, looking prime right now. On what? Oh, on SPY? Nuh-uh. It's above the 200 EMA. I'm not touching it. If the 1348 crosses over there, I'm not touching it. Oh, on SoFi? Interesting. Matt, Duck Suspenders. What's up, man? Did you know that hot chocolate and Fireball is a risky thing once you start? Was at the KC playoffs and you could buy a cup for $15? Dude, that's expensive for a hot chocolate, buddy. Did BBIG get news on Tide? Yeah, there was a Tide filing. So an SEC filing with Cryptide. Let's see. Let's get some floop. Above 200, but big gap below. That's true. I mean, you got to always, so the rules are set out for you and you got to make you're always going to be the one pulling the trigger at the end of the day. So SPY's at 440. I mean, the 200 EMA right now is at 436. I mean, that is a big drop, but you have to top and bottom ticket if it's not going to fall through. Loopring was just listed on Binance. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not a Fireball fan. That mainly because I don't like cinnamon. Sounds like the ultimate white girl drink. Yeah. I'll just drink. Literally what I drink usually is just like vodka, just all vodka. GME volume on Webull really 14K. That's what it's saying. That's kind of wild. Low volume. What's AMC's volume? So the actual volume is probably like 650,000, maybe a little bit higher. SPY puts are expensive AF. I bet it is. I mean, well, no. You're not seeing the move yet. They're going to come down a little bit as theta starts to eat into the contracts. That's kind of why I don't want to touch anything today. If I see something that's really good, I'll mess around. But we will see. It's a trap, or is it just buying, betting that the Fed does as expected? We might see a little bit of a run up into the Fed meeting, or we could just see the market calm down and just wait for the calm before. Basically, this could be the calm before the storm. BBIG Ortex join. I did it a little bit earlier. If you go back a little bit further, I did do it already. Crypto, what's up, buddy? How you doing? SV, what are the days to cover on AMC and G? Okay, fine. We'll do Ortex numbers right now. For already filtered in right now, make sure you guys hit that like button on the stream. Just helps out a whole lot. What the heck, Ortex? I hate that they do that white flash. It burns my face every time. BBIG Ortex right now, we got 28.05% estimated short interest. Net return of 200,000 shares this morning. AMC days to cover is what we're looking at over here. Let's see. So we have days to cover on AMC 2.61, and then we have and with a short interest of 20.81%. GME days to covers, I think it's in like the sixes or something crazy. 5.37 days to cover on GME, 20.63% estimated short interest. Do you know how dangerous that is? That's crazy. That's craziness. Vodka plus any mixer equals pop. Nah, you just go straight vodka and you just go for it. SV gets face burned by white flash. Get some sunscreen, my dude. Dude, I'm a pale boy right now. Option prices don't reflect pre-market gap up until open. Daniel, true. About to eat some cereal. What should I have? You should I don't know, man. How long is the squeeze expected to last? No idea. No, nobody has. It's probably going to be a couple of days. Even maybe weeks. Could even be months, guys. It could even be months of just craziness. Does Webull only count volume on their platform? Yes. Yes. BBIG selling off a little bit here. Amy up 2.37. SPY just coming down to its 48 EMA right now. We have 14 minutes until the market opens, people. Here we go. I'm an AMC boy just trying to make it. Me too, buddy. Me too. Pale snail. That's kind of weird. GME's revenue is over 2 billion. Dude, somebody was trying to say yesterday in the chat that GME and AMC are like overpriced to penny stocks. And then somebody was like, if it had like a penny stock market cap, literally they'd have like billions of dollars in cash and their valuation would be tiny. Like that would be the most giant value play of all time. It was like, come on now. And then AMC, no, get out of here with that nonsense. Like, come on. Webull only counts volume on their platform during pre-market. Yes, they do. Don't look at AMC. Nothing to see. Moon. Beg rank. Yep. Can we expect a discount this morning? I mean, technically, AMC is a discount at 16.44. Still a discount. The salty Maynard puts on. I don't know about that, buddy. I feel like you would want calls on that, right? Another theory. We are in the squeeze, and it's just a rubber band pullback. Number one, I would say, yeah, that could be what we're looking at here. Shorts are trying to push it down. Let's see. Tyler Wiston talked about your tweet yesterday regarding AMC short interest. He was being a smartass. Cool. I mean, what do you want me to say? They're both estimated to be over 20% right now. They're probably a lot higher. I mean, you can talk shit about me all you want, but I mean, we can play. If we want to play the little talk nonsense game, we can, but it's probably not a good idea to do. Wisconsin is so damn cold today. Also, I haven't seen it, so it's probably nothing. I like the guy, nothing against him. So we'll see. Wisconsin is so darn cold today. I bet it is. Connecticut's cold today right now. AMC should be at 68 due to cheddar flow. Oh, Jacob Harris. I've got no idea. Let's see. 6 calls at 20. Let's run today. AMC doing the right thing. What's up, man? All righty. It's probably like 20 degrees in Connecticut right now. It sucks. When I was walking back this morning, it was so cold. Did not know Webull only counts volume for their own platform in the pre-market. It updates. It updates when the market opens. All right, everybody. We got 12 minutes till the market opens. Get ready for some nonsense today. Stay classy. That's how you keep your older demographics. Good job. I mean, if somebody's going to be, I don't think anybody, I'll come at people that are like actually talking nonsense. But like, if you're just like, oh, I disagree about what you're saying. It's like, okay, then we can just have a debate about like what the point is. Like, I don't care. You are my unicorn. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I wasn't talking smack about you, just on Ortex. Yeah, exactly. See, that's what I was saying right there. Like everybody, sometimes people come in and be like, this person's talking shit about you. And I'm like, I don't think so. I'm like, I don't know why. Like, because like unless I say something wild, then like nobody like that's the thing. Like, I don't think anybody's people do like that's kind of when I figured out I was like, oh, this is interesting. People were making like hate videos about me. And I was like, nice. People actually walk in Connecticut. I see neighbors drive to Dunkin' Donuts on that 10-minute walk. I mean, yeah, Gasparino tweet. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. I love when this happens. Morning rant. Honestly, guys, we haven't done a rant in a while. Like a real good, solid rant. Where is it? What did he tweet? No one is selling. AMC has fallen from 72 to 16 over the past 6 months. So someone is selling. The short interest is at near all-time highs. You shithead. Gasparino. Come on. What is that nonsense? You're gonna be like, somebody's selling. Yeah, some retail selling. But you know what they've also done? The algos have gotten a hold of it and just like ping pong, back and forth. And the shorts have come out and just been like, oh, okay, we're gonna take out the most amount of shares on loan that we've seen in a while. And then we're just gonna sell it into the open market and just use the guise of like the market just tanking to be like, oh yeah, short it, let it go down. And here's the thing, when you see a nasty run up like that on AMC and the buyers can't come in and hold it up there, yes, it will come down. What are the shorts going to do at those levels? Well, fundamentally overvalued at that point, they are going to short it. It's fine. I mean, the fundamental value of AMC is not 75. It doesn't fucking matter because that's not the point. Once we get up to those levels, it turns into the squeeze play again. It's like, okay, now it's sort of like that value play where we could trend right back up. And once it starts to get going, it's like, you can't, okay, so if AMC goes above 100, you're going to be like, oh, it's fundamentally fairly valued there at like, what is that, 100 billion? Something crazy like that. It's like, I don't know. But the thing is like, he's just being an a-hole. Like, he's just being stupid. He's trying to stir the pot. He's just a complete nonsense shithead. Fox Business, do better. You've literally hired a clown. Like, why would you let any one of your employees go on social media and do this? He's not generating more views for Fox. We don't watch him. We watch Payne. Nobody cares. Like, when has Gasparino ever done something ever? Like, besides lie about being a Pulitzer Prize nominee or winner and basically just have in his wife's purse because of her cobble cord, which is a stupid name to begin with. And he's just like, come on, this is nonsense over here. He just, I don't like him. You just let him beat you there, gave the reaction he looks for? Nah, I didn't. He's just stupid. He's just stating a fact. Keith, are you trying to defend Gasparino right now? Are you trying to defend Gasparino, buddy? No. He's a clown. He's an absolute clown. Gasparino's not relevant. No, he's very irrelevant. Like, I look at his tweets literally to just kind of see, like, okay, I'm not going to say it. Oh, man. Okay. If I wasn't in front of all these people, I have a really funny thing to say. Darn it. Why do I have a filter? Shoot. I hope. Oh, man. That would have been so. Freaking Darwin needs to come back, bro. So he hiding his feet because of cobble course? No. Let's see. Can you clarify for me how we were red several days in a row while there were actively more people buying than selling? Yes, I can. C-Sams, thank you so much for the super. I will tell you what happens today. Nothing. Market goes up, AMC down or sideways. That's it. C-Sams, I mean, it's possible. We are getting up there a little bit right now. I mean, it's decent. I mean, the SPY is moving down a little bit here. Going into market open, we got 7 minutes left. And I mean, yeah, we're just gonna have to wait to see what it gives us. We need that buying pressure to come back in. But can you clarify for me how we were red several days in a row while there were actively more people buying than selling? Mike, it doesn't, the actual like market pricing doesn't matter how many people are buying and selling. It's how many shares are willing to be bought. So this is kind of the example that I like to go over. Let's just say there were 10 buy orders in a day. And each of them were trying to buy 1 share, but there were 4 sell orders. But each of them were trying to sell 100 shares. Well, when you think about that, well, yes, it's going to say that 10 people bought and 4 people sold, but the people that were selling in such a larger amount that that stat then becomes irrelevant. And we were seeing it, and we were seeing those and we were seeing those types of metrics all across the market. It wasn't just AMC and GME. The buyers, in terms of the number of them, were outweighing the sellers, but it doesn't matter. Like if the buyers in number are outweighing the sellers, it matters if the buyers are buying in a higher amount that the sellers are willing to sell them at to knock out those orders and step the price up. So like when the people say buy at the ask, that's what they mean. They're wiping out those asks. These hands are diamonds, says Kelby. There we go. Also, C-Sams, thank you so much for that super, buddy. I appreciate that. Going to start a website soon, and I'll have a discount code for apes. Phil, interesting. Gasparino is the ringmaster of clowns. Yeah. Can I pull up Ortex? I can do that really quickly. I'll give a quick refresh right here. 20.81% estimated short interest on AME. All right. So we were still up about 2.25% in the pre-market on AMC. BBIG is up. Okay. Now it's up 15.6%. It was up 20% at one point, 21%. GME is at 102.97, up 3% right here. And AMC is at 16.38. SPY is making a little bit of a move back up here. We got 5 minutes until the market opens, people. I hope you guys are excited. What do we got here? Wanda has been out for months. What? Why are you guys talking about Wanda? Even me, Kevin, said it when he ran for office. The news outlet must speak the same tune as the people who pay the bill. Yeah. Yep. Zella is on a move. Yeah, we were looking at that yesterday. I don't think that was a highly shorted one, but it was breaking out. That was a 1348 play yesterday, right here. Crosses right here. We see it come up here, and then it just goes nuclear for the rest of the day. That's kind of, I think that's why we were looking at Zella, a little 1348. It is up 29% of the pre-market off that share buyback news. That's pretty sick right there. What was the Fed news today? Nothing yet. We're going to get the notice at 2, and then we are going to get Powell at 2:30. But we also have this SEC transparency thing coming, I think, at 10 a.m. today. So we're going to try to play that link over here and just kind of listen to what Gary has to say. It's probably going to be nothing, not going to lie. I don't think they're really going to do a whole lot. A lot of people are hyping it up. I don't think they should because we're going to need a lot more out of GG. Where's my thing? I just lose my nonsense. Okay. I haven't heard about Wanda since, Wanda's old. Can you do an Ortex update for XRT? I mean, I could. It's like 300%. Or 200%. SEC transparency, LMFAO, what an oxymoron. Yeah. Big upgrade to DraftKings. Are you doing it the Gary way? What's the Gary way? Why do I feel like crypto is setting a bull trap? Everything could be setting a bull trap this morning. I mean, going into Powell, you never know what's going to happen. 2 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, so it's 2 p.m. Eastern on Powell, and then 2:30 Eastern, we're going to get Powell's remarks. When you rant like that, you sounds pretty childish. Keith, I got a long way to go. I'm 22 years old. BBIG call printing. There you go, buddy. Gary Gensler. Who is Gary Gensler? The chairman of the SEC. Can you please make the candles a little bigger? Joanne, you always say that. They're huge right now. I can go like this, but like then you're not going to, if it starts to move, you're just not going to see it. And I have to adjust everything. How about that? Is that all right there? Microsoft, is it pumping? Let's see if that's outside of market expectations yet. Microsoft's getting a little jumpy going into market open, people. All right. So the play on Microsoft that I was seeing was to get the next week calls, not the weeklies, just to give yourself a little bit more time with data and IV. But this thing's getting up there a little bit. So, I mean, the calls were still really, really expensive on Microsoft. So that's why I wasn't touching them. I also didn't touch them because somehow I had a negative unsettled cash balance, and now they gave me my money today. So awesome. So now I can make some trades if I see it. Apple jumping too. Everything's starting to jump up a little here, people. What's the SPY up? 1.37. I like it. AMC up 2.62, 1644. And Microsoft doing good. GME selling off a little bit here, but let's get BBIG. I know a lot of people are really excited about this. We got 2 minutes until the market opens, people. Here we go. My neighbors are probably going to get pissed off at me because it is technically early, I think, for college land. But you know what? Nothing I can do. I'm going to get hyped up. Amy's now peeking her head out of the little range here, the supply and demand zone level. What I want to see is a breakout, retest, really rip out of Amy today on these levels right here. All righty. Interesting BOFA sell-off. Both of these, what? All right, I can guarantee J Powell and Asbury won't show their ankles today. Heard it here first. Kevin, 100%, my man. We like a good rant around here. Rosemary. Yep. Oh, horses. We're getting the horses. Less than a minute to go, people. Here we go. Horsey. TLT priming for a SPY dip. Is it pumping? And you got to wait until what happens in the market. Like when the market opens with TLT. Yeah, like yesterday before open, TLT and SPY were moving together, but it's such low volume in the pre-market that rants over class all day. Yeah. Rant 9:30. I mean, I get up at 7:45 every day. Do I party with my neighbors? I don't have time, bro. What the shit is that? What the hell was this? Did you see this nonsense candle coming up over here? All right. Bing, 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 bong. Market's open. Here we go. AMC got a nasty sell candle coming into the market today, and they literally just pushed it down below the 200 EMA. The SPY opened up a little bit here. We are up about 1.4%. Let's see. That was kind of a nonsense candle on AME. BBIG up about 16% right now. GME's up 2%. Let's see what happens, people. Here we go. AMC rejected off the 200 on 15, but I think we'll run retesting it open. Yeah, that was market-wide crime candle. No, that was just an AMC specific. I mean, they did it on GME too. AME popping back up, trying to recapture that drop of the candle here. We're at 1632 right now. Hopefully the SPY is going to get a little action here, just a little bit of a climb up. And if it wants to just kind of break down, I mean, I wouldn't be so sad about that. Let's see here. What the hell was that? I have no idea. That was crazy. That was wild. Bull trap? Yeah, it could be. All right. SPY just kind of hanging out right now. What's Amy's volume right now? Million. GME's volume, 70K. BBIG's volume, 11 million. That's not bad, but it is selling off right now. Justin, thank you so much for the super, buddy. I really appreciate that. What computer do you suggest for day trading and options? Like the actual computer setup? I don't know. I'm not a computer guy, man. I just have a Mac over here. I got to get something else because it keeps glitching out on me and is kind of being an a-hole. I mean, and I also make a lot of the trades, just execute them on my phone. So you guys can like that, not like that. Just how I like to do it. I'm really quick over there. So SPY 440 right now, looking all right. Amy, they're trying to sell it off a little bit here. What'd they take out on loan today? 481,000. How many shares? So they have 114 million shares on loan and 106 million current short interest. So they've got about 8 million shares that they can use. That's no fun. Uppercut, Amy. IWM ripping. Here we go. Please hit the like button. Says Easy E. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. All right. So we got about 30 minutes until this SEC thing coming around. Blocked from selling BBIG on trading 212. That's kind of weird. I don't know why they would do that. PC is the way to go with streaming. I bet it is. I just kind of stink at like I don't know how these things work. Okay, everything's starting to make a little bit of a move down here. SPY got a nice little candle here. BBIG, it's at 346 right now. Amy selling off. We're still up 1%, $16.20 right now. GME is still above 100. So let's see if the market's going to pick a little bit of a direction going to the upside. I mean, it's just going to kind of flicker around. I think we could see a flat day until Powell. Whole year was a bull trap. The whole year I would say is a bear trap. Or not a bear trap, just bear, like just bear, just all bear. 22 years old in a gaming chair, doesn't know how they work. The story about the gaming chair, I walked into Staples. I said, this one looks cool. It's 50% off. And I bought it and I took it home. That's how that worked. All right. So AMC right now up 21 cents, 1.2% right now. Biggie's trying to come back up a little here. And wait, where do I even have my zones on Biggie anymore? Where the hell? Oh, they're back here, I think. I don't know. Maybe they got deleted somehow. Nonsense. So how's everybody feeling? Everybody doing all right? Do I play games at all? I do not. Get it together, bro. Dude, I don't play any video games. How dare you not be as old as me? Dude, I'm 22 years old. I know a lot about some things, and I know nothing about other things. So SPY coming down a little bit here. Oh, it's getting selly. SPY is getting selly over here. Let's see what we got on any crossovers. BBIG 1348 to the downside on the 3-minute. Still above the 200 EMA though. A lot of things are above that 200 EMA. So I probably won't touch anything until we see like a clear trend in the overall market. Do you see the economic data from this morning? No, I didn't. What was it? What were we getting today? Ryder tells CNBC the Fed should not jump immediately to tightening. I don't see any whatchamacallit, economic data this morning. I think we were getting housing at some point this week. I'm not sure if it was today though. What's up, SV? Had to get some popcorn for the morning volatility at open. How's everybody doing? Rhode Island, good to see you in here, man. All right. Amy coming down 16.12. BBIG selling off. GME selling off. Everything's starting to get a little bit selly over here. Literally watching a video game stock. That doesn't mean I don't like, dude. I don't know. Like, I don't know what I don't know. Like, I'm not. Dude. I played like Destiny, which was solid, and like a little bit of Warzone. I'm just not a video game guy. I don't have to like be a massive video game dude to like GME the stock and like where they're headed. Amy, what is this nonsense over here? What are you doing? What are you doing? Volume right now on AMC. Wait, hold on. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh yeah, it does. 1.81 million. Amy just went into the red. GME still up about 1% right now. 101.12. SPY trying to make a little bit of a move back up here. See, Amy just flickered back into the green. Good morning, SB. Thanks for all you do for the community. Apes together strong. Yep. What's with the blue light on Amy? That's just a supply and demand zone. So you see it right here coming up. Doesn't like it, comes right back down. So this level of resistance has been pretty strong over the last couple of days. What's TLT doing? Did TLT get a little bit of a pop on market open? Yep, TLT is coming up. We got a 1348 cross here, and it is starting to move up. So watch out below on the SPY. With TLT moving up like this, bond yields coming down. People flooding into bonds right now ahead of Powell. And look what happens with the SPY right as TLT starts to get some candles. It's like freaking clockwork over here with TLT and the SPY. All right, so we're about to get this little 1348 cross down. I just kind of want to see what the premiums are looking like on the SPY. They're probably, what's TLT doing? Coming up to the 200 EMA. I would almost just go TLT calls. But it's a weekly. I don't know. What's TLT up right now? 0.13%. That's not a whole lot. Let me see what they're looking like on the SPY. I just kind of want to see what the puts are looking like. Oh my God. This is nonsense. Holy shit. This is the most expensive that I've ever seen the S&P options chain. This is crazy. Wow, you're gonna have to spend some money if you want to play on SPY today. My God, I mean, wait till the premium dies down a little bit to the end of the day, but that is craziness over here. All right, TLT settling down a little bit. All right, Amy coming down. When we see TLT rip like this, watch out below on AMC and GME. That's typically going to move them down with the way the bonds are moving. MSNBC says the Feds will start to raise rates at the end of March. Not now. Yeah, that's what I've been saying too. It doesn't make any sense. It makes no sense for them to raise rates now because they haven't finished the taper yet. Let's see what TLT does at this 200 EMA. 1348 cross that open. Forcing SPY down with this bond move. So that's kind of what's happening here. You're seeing the flow of the money in the market. That's what we're looking at over here. Has the Fed talk? No. Guys. Fed talk is at, the talk is at 2:30. The notice comes out at 2. It's always 2 and 2:30. Prague, boom. Oh, TLT with a drop. Interesting. Okay. Prague getting Prague's getting a bar over here. Dang, Amy coming back up into the green. SPY trying a little bit off of those lows over here. Damn, wish I bought more Prague calls. Mark, I mean, you don't go. I mean, at least you're winning. Like that's the kind of thing right here. No market makers on CNBC talking about what the Feds are planning on doing though. Joanne, I know. I that's already it's old news, Joanne. We everybody kind of knows that it's going to happen in March. So when you see people are like, oh, it might happen now, it's like it's highly unlikely that they would happen now just because Powell has come out and said, and the Fed has been like, yeah, we're going to raise rates and start to tighten after the taper's over. And the taper's supposed to be over in like February. So it's not over now. They need to finish the taper before they raise rates, and then we can start to get going. All right, SPY moving back up a little bit here. Let's see if Amy's going to get a little bit of a pop. It's just kind of hanging around 16 right now, 1609 right here. Amy going to pop, lock, and drop? It could. I hope not, though. That would be. Can you explain the difference between taper and raising rates? Yes. So taper has to do with bond buying and asset purchases. You want TLT up here? So what the Fed's been doing is they've been providing liquidity to the They've been providing liquidity to the bond market and buying bonds, variety of bonds, corporate bonds, municipal bonds, lots of bonds. But what they're going to do is they've been slowing down those purchases and decreasing them. So they've been decreasing those purchases. That's probably why we're seeing TLT go down right here. So when they decrease those purchases, they're taking out a little bit of liquidity in that buying pressure in the bond market. A taper is a little bit different. A taper has to do with the federal funds rate. The rate hikes are a little bit different. Rate hikes have to do with raising rates. So it has to do with the federal funds rate. That's the rate that the banks essentially like charge each other. And what that does is it sucks money out of the system. So it combats inflation. That's the difference right there. 16 flat, it will break. What's it at right now? It's 1605. It's just flickering right here. With this TLT move right here, I mean, That's dirty. That's a dirty TLT candle. I kicked my girlfriend out of the house last night because Amy is more important. That's insane. Eric says, "Yo, smash like we green on the day so far." What's up, Eric? How you doing, dude? Where do you learn this? I just learned. You just kind of pick stuff up along the way. Run for president? No. Yeah. Also, if you guys don't mind hitting that like button on the stream, helps out a whole lot. With the algo, how's Cinemark higher than AMC? It's not. Market cap. What's Cinemark right now? 1615 market cap, 1.93 billion on Cinemark. Market cap, 8 billion on AMC. AMC still bigger. BBIG, how we doing over here? Dollars taking control. Yep. All right, 1348 cross on BBIG right here. If it falls down below the 200 EMA, hold up, hold your horses. What are the premiums looking like on BBIG? Dirt cheap. Watch it at this 200 EMA right here. AMC to 20 today. That would be sweet. VIX for head of treasury. Guys, I don't want to do a job like that. I just want to explain to you how things work. And then you guys can learn, like, understand that stuff too. That's a lot easier. I don't want to actually have to like do that. No, because they can't do anything productive. And as expected, most everything is falling. Yep. Now, shout out Skylar, Frank White. Shout out to Skylar. All right, Biggie coming down, testing this 200 right here. If we get a candle closing up below the 200, watch out below. I'll probably take a couple of puts there. VIX can never run for president. Not with those ankles. Not a hedge fund will run for president. I'd vote for you. You would be a lot funnier on the press conferences than anybody else ever. And what is most important today is Walmart Ortex. You know what, Eric? I'm feeling good today. I'll give you some Walmart Ortex. How about that? I'll give you a little bit of Walmart Ortex over here. All right. So we have 1.23% estimated short interest on Walmart. How about that? All right. Do I believe we squeeze? Eventually, I see us having a squeeze. Yes. That's why I talk about it and buy more and own the shares. Yes. Puts are the move until 2. Puts are wildly expensive. I don't even know if I'm going to go with puts on SPY. It's so expensive. I vote for Grandpa Barney. That would be pretty cool. Did I see the gap down on the VIX? No, but it makes sense with the SPY up that much. Amy coming back up, 1618 here. GME 102.39. Biggie is just kind of hanging around. So here's a good illustration of 1348. It crosses here, and it crosses kind of right around here, and then can't get below this 200 EMA right now. You can try to get in early if you really want to, but I mean, it could just reject off of this and then just rip right back up. That's why the rules are there. Randall's EMA. 1.2% on Walmart. It's squeezing. Eric, stop it. 1348 SPY cross on the 5-minute. Not yet. Not yet. It's coming. It's coming though. Make sure you have extended hours on. All right. Now Biggie's selling off. Amy is at 16. We're up basically 1% right now. GME's up 3%, coming up a little here. I like to see it. Here we go, people. What time is it right now? 9:42. All right, hold on. We got to get ready for this SEC stuff. Open meeting at 10 a.m. Okay, well, let's see if we're going to get that meeting with the SEC and take a little listen to it. A little listen there on the SEC transparency meeting, huh? So we got about 15 minutes for that. SPY moving back down. Biggie coming back down. Now it's down below the 200 EMA. I mean, I'm going to watch this here. If it breaks down below and just closes this candle, I might take some puts on this thing. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's see. Taylor, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that. Love your streams, man. Keep me entertained and informed during week. Question, what is considered high volume for large market cap companies? It has to do with high volume comparatively to what they've done before. It depends. The answer is it depends. It depends on what their volume has previously been and what it's going to do. So on my Webull, the extended hours are down here. But I think for the new updated version, it is different. All right, SPY moving down a little bit here. BBIG is coming down. Let me take a look here. I want this. If this candle closes below the 200 EMA, then I'll take something there. Where did Grandpa Barney go? I don't know. I haven't seen. I think we saw him yesterday. I just don't know if he's on the stream this morning. Still holding dry powder. When do you think is the best time to enter with all the news coming out this month with the earnings and Jerome talking today? I say wait for the opportunity to just slap you in the face. That's kind of what I'm looking for. Delisted? Mark, what happened to what got delisted, buddy? When's the AMC meeting? Like the earnings report for probably first week of March. SPY moving back down here. 1348 is about to cross on the 5-minute, but still above the 200 EMA. So not yet. Not yet. Not yet. When's the SEC meeting? 10. Tesla earnings today? Yeah, I'm not touching Tesla earnings. AMC no volume. What's the volume on it? Yeah, 3 million. Nothing too crazy over here. Yeah, so BBIG right now is just kind of flickering around the 200. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what happens here. So the SPY is looking like it's going to cross. Yeah, so if you guys don't mind hitting that like button on the stream, we are going to be streaming the SEC stuff in a little bit. All right, so this candle did close below. I don't know. It's flickering right here. It's flickering. Sup, homie? Aaron, what's up, my man? AMC died? All right. What are you talking about? Okay. 1606 on AMC right now. We got the SPY trying to make a little bit of a move back up. We got BBIG just kind of hanging around this 200 EMA right here. Prague got hit. Yeah, everything's getting hit. 1348 cross on the SPY on the 5-minute. Yeah, awesome. But it's still above the 200 EMA. I'm not touching that yet. Do I normally eat breakfast before the stream? If not, you need to. No, I don't eat breakfast before the stream. I eat lunch after the morning stream. All right. Oh, wait. Is today Wednesday? I don't have history class today. So that means I can fully listen to Powell. That's awesome. Any of you watching the trucker board? I'm not. Okay, so BBIG is just kind of hanging around right here. I honestly don't know if this is a good put time. SPY's moving back up. Amy coming back up. BBIG going to get a candle over here? I don't know yet. I honestly just kind of want to wait until Powell just to see. There's going to be so many things happening. Maybe I'll make a Powell play once it starts to come out. A Powell play. Ooh, I like it. Maybe on TLT or something, or even SPY. But the SPY premiums today are jacked. Towards the end of the day, they might come down a little bit. Any idea why AMC was up 2% before the market? Yeah, the SPY was cranking. Like cranking. Let's see. GME getting a nice little pop here. 103.14. Amy at 16.14. SPY moving up here. Biggie coming back down a little bit. It's just kind of hanging around 326 right here. SEC at 10 a.m. Fed at 2 p.m. There you go. 10. Can he turn off the algo this morning? Nah, it's just a little bit of a dip buy over here. I did sell some covered calls on Mara, but that's it. Yeah, one fast duster. I don't know. I mean, the thing with BBIG is just as fast as it goes up, it can come down just as fast. If you're not going to see the buyer step back in, you don't have that gamma potential. So the puts make sense. I just don't know what's going to happen with Powell. And again, BBIG can just go floop really, really crazy. Boom, boom. Little bit. It's Lou buying the pre-market. I love that everybody is just like big candle, Lou bought. It's a lot. That's awesome. SPY getting a little action here. So we never got that 1348 cross on the 5-minute. Let's see. Amy coming back up 1620, up about 1% right now. GME up 3.88%. I like to see it. We're at 103.67. Here we go, everybody. I feel like I got slapped when we hit 20. Yes. BBIG filed the Tide stuff last night. I agree. That's why I'm not really like too jazzed about taking puts on BBIG, even though it crossed and it's down below the 200 EMA. I think the buyers could easily step back into that thing. We need a young president, though. Don't you have to be like 35? I'm 22, so I don't meet that requirement here. All right. Let's see. We got 12 minutes until the SEC meeting. That's going to be interesting. I mean, if they're not going to say anything and Gary's just going to just spew nonsense the entire time, I'm going to turn it off because it's not going to do anything for us. Is Floop good or bad? Floop is this. Floop is floop right up, and then down is eh. That's what we do with the noises over here. SPY moving back up. We got Amy trying to get back above the 200 EMA. We got GME just going on a moon mission today, up 3.99% right now. Amy's up about 1.3. I like it. Here we go. Whew, that's a dumb rule. What's a dumb rule? Can you talk about what Lou said, though? Talking about anything over 1K is going to be really, really, really risky. It can be. We don't know how high it's going to go. Lou jumped on TMI's chat for a second this morning. Tendies, is that real or is that fake? That's got to be fake. SPY 441 calls just turned green. I bet they did. You just cranked it on this. I mean, I'm not touching anything over here. Nothing. I mean, you need to see a cross. Okay, so look at this. BBIG back up, GME back up, Amy back up. Ho, ho, ho. Look at these boom, boom candles coming through the entire market, people. I like it. I like it. Is it possible to cover with tanking the market? I mean, they would tank the market and then cover it. I don't, I'm not sure what you mean there. Let's see. It seemed real to me. Looked like an account. It sounded like him. Interesting. What's the SEC meeting about? Securities lending transparency. So let's see what happens. Remember, not one specific rule is going to just break the top off this entire thing. Is the 200 and the 1348 just a trend indicator? Is there more to it? Okay, so it's basically like giving you it's supposed to eliminate false indications. So like if it's above the 13, so like right now we saw BBIG signal over here. And then it was above the, so for puts, it signaled right here. Oh, the really good example was the Netflix stuff yesterday. If you go and look at Netflix's chart, Netflix and SPY yesterday. Jorge, you're funny, buddy. Netflix's chart yesterday, right around the time the SPY was ripping up too. SPY did that test of the 200, broke above, retest, and ripped. Netflix couldn't even get up to there. So that's kind of why you use the 200 as well. Let's see. I won't be surprised if they destroyed the whole country. Sort of what? I don't know. Lou for president? Jorge, please God, stop that. All right, we got 10 minutes until SEC. I do have the link, but if anybody else has like a YouTube link, I'd love to see that. Open meeting happening now. Hold up, people. We do have the SEC webcast. Hold your horses. All right, so I just muted it here. I do have the webcast up. We are going to listen to it. We're not going to watch it because I don't want YouTube to just come in and be like, "No, you are a terrible human. We're going to ban you for doing stuff." So we're just going to listen to it. We're going to have the audio up. I'll say some stuff in the middle of it too. And I'll just tell you guys who's talking. That's how we're going to do Powell too. Me for president, diamond backhand. There you go. Yeah, so I do have the link up now. So we are going to be watching the SEC. So hold on here. So hold on. This is the transparency meeting, right? See also the agenda. I want to see the agenda. Exchange rules, ATS. Hold on. Pros amendments that require current reporting and amendment reporting requirements. Exchange under the proposed amendments that regulate the ATS. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, hold your horses. That was almost a complete wrong link. I almost just that would have been so bad. All right. Yeah, it's almost coming time for the SEC. It's at 10. I almost just put the absolutely wrong link out there. That would have been so bad. That was the link that I sent TMI. That would have been, oh, everything's getting a little jumpy over here. Boom. All righty, here we go. Wacky link. Nah, it would have been bad. TLT making new lows for the day. Watch SPY start to pop here. Yep. SPY pop. Amy trying to get out of this range. GME 103.68. BBIG just kind of hanging around here. I'm probably not touching BBIG today. I like to give it a couple of days to see if it's going to really get going. TLT is making new lows. SPY. Oh, baby. Look at this. TLT down. SPY pop, 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 pop. Here we go. SV almost linked his OnlyFans. Yeah, exactly. Life-changing wealth. Spank Nanners. What's up, man? How you doing? Let's see. Microsoft looking good. Looks like Lou is playing the SPY today. You guys are funny. Oh, SPY is really ripping right now, though. I mean, it's gone from 438 to 442. That's a $4 move in the SPY. If you top tick, bottom ticked it. Amy coming back up here. I like it. We're looking for that 1348 cross on the 5-minute. It's looking all right. What time's the meeting? 10. Bros calls are still smashing from yesterday. Crypto, I love to see it, buddy. I love to see you crushing. What is TLT? It just measures bond moves, so you just track flow of money. It's sort of going to inverse the SPY, but it leads it. Thanks, Lou. You're getting some candles over here. You're getting some candle. Whoa. TLT down, SPY. Watch out above on the SPY. This could get interesting over here, everybody. Let me see. I've got the SEC meeting up over here. Hold on. Let me change the title over here. All right, here we go. AMC to my age, that would be pretty sweet. I'd love to see that. Amy, get up there. 1645 right now. We're up about 2.62%. GME's up 3.96. The SPY is going on a moon mission with TLT coming down like this. If TLT keeps selling off, SPY is going to continue to run. This is going to get a little interesting. IWM crazy candles. Yep, IWM is going to get affected by it as well. What up, Vix? Been a while. Hope you had a great weekend. Mini Ape. Thanks for coming in here, buddy. I appreciate that. Bum bum. Bump bump BBIG push. Is it? I mean, I'm watching this TLT nonsense over here. Alrighty. SPY up 1.77. Amy, get out of this range, buddy. Go. Oh, it's trying so hard to get out. So hard to get out. What's the difference between this 10 a.m. meeting and the 2 p.m. transparency meeting? There is no 2 p.m. Hold on. Is there a 2 p.m. transparency meeting? I mean, 2 p.m. is the Fed. This is the SEC meeting. I haven't seen anything about a 2 p.m. transparency SEC meeting. If the SEC is scheduling a transparency, another meeting for right at the time that the Fed is talking, they're trying to hide it. So that's terrible. Is the blue box the demand zone? It's just a supply and demand zone. It's huge though. I got to mess with it a little bit. The upper end of it, the upper range of it, like this top here, this little resistance zone is very, very strong. But the lower range of it, I mean, there's probably some other zones in there that I just don't have. 1720 finish today. That would be pretty sweet. SV leaks the joint stream and turns into a spicy stream. No, I didn't do that. I would have. I accidentally did. I literally hit copy paste, or I hit paste, and it was the link that I sent TMI to like come on the stream, and that would have just been like hundreds of people just coming in trying to get on. That would have been crazy. Lick the smash button. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. 2 p.m. is when TMI said Powell. Yeah, it's okay. No. So 2 p.m. is when the report comes out. 2:30 is when Powell actually talks. Okay, Amy's now above the range here. SPY. What's TLT doing? And it's still at the low. Let's see. Hold on, let me get this SEC stuff over here. Yeah, nothing's going. Hold on, I gotta play this right here. Yeah, they don't have any sound on it yet. So we'll wait and see over here. Open meeting of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Here we go. Let's see what happens. What does TLT stand for? I mean, it doesn't stand. I don't think it stands for anything. It's the 20-year bond ETF. I mean, that's not even like a real thing, sort of. SPY looking good. GME coming back down, up 3.7. Amy's up 2.3. Still looking good across the board here, people. We're long overdue for a good 10% green day. Edward, yeah, buddy, we are. We are. Lamborghini pushing more commercials. Looks like a bullish sign. Jack, no, they're really good at marketing. No. You think Lamborghini knows when we're going to rip? No, they make cars. They're just marketing to you, which they don't even do anyway. Like, it's shocking that they're marketing. They know everybody's like, when Lambo, when Lambo. So then they're just going to put out tweets that are like, when Lambo, and they're going to get a boatload of engagement on their tweets. That's what I would do if I was Lambo. I would just be like, oh, all these people talk about us all the time, and they think they're going to, like, they're trying to make a bunch of money in the market. And then we just all have to tweet out just when Lambo and like to the moon. And then everybody's just going to tweet, like, come on. It's just a marketing tactic. All righty. Let's see. Come on. All right. So we got 3 minutes until this meeting's about to start. Nothing too, I mean, there's nothing on there. So January 26th, open meeting of the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission. Here we go. Do you really think we're going to go up from here rather than down? That's who knows? We got to see what Jerome says today. Like, that's really what we need to see. We also need to see the VIX chill out. Like, the volatility index needs to like relax. NNDM, dimension. Oh, this little guy coming back to life, huh? All right, what do we got going on over here? Oh man, this thing has done nothing but just tank. What did we get on the? Okay, so nothing crossed. It crossed the 24 on the 4 hour. It hasn't crossed the 38 yet, but it came from 3 to 350. That's not bad. If this crosses the 48, maybe I'll buy some calls on that thing. That would be pretty sweet. Get a little throwback to NNDM. All right. Okay. What do I actually want over here? I want TLT. Here we go. All right. I want this on the 5 minute as well. They are friends. He got screwed. What? Is the SEC meeting for the transparency rule? It might be. I mean, I looked at the schedule. It was looking at like reporting. So, like on the agenda, it said like reporting of, like reporting instructions and new reporting rules. So let's see what they're going to say. If they're not going to say anything cool, then we're going to turn it off. But that's what we're going to be looking at, the SEC meeting live. All right. So Amy coming back down a little bit. TLT is getting a little bit of a pop here off of the low. I mean, this is a good sign right here below the 1348. You could see, or the below the 200 EMA 1348 cross. Take it here at 142.11, comes down to 141.99. These are not really big moves. So TLT is just kind of an indication on where things are starting to head. How do you watch the Fed meeting and what time? I will stream the Fed meeting. The last Fed meeting was not anticlimactic. That was ripping all over the place. Insiders know before the meeting, watch those candles about the transparency meeting or the Fed meeting. TLT's popping up to the 13 here, but we've seen TLT do this a lot before. It rips up into this range and then just gets knocked right back down. Yeah, the blue stuff's a demand zone. All right, so it is 10. Let's see. SEC, what are we going to do over here, ladies and gentlemen? Let's see. SEC, you going to start your meeting yet? Not yet. Hold up. I'll put the volume on it now and just so we can hear it. Crim Jamer was just on MSNBC, yelled to buy Bear Stearns. No, he wasn't. BBIG crossed down. Yeah, it already did cross down. Did it get below the 200 EMA yet? Where SEC transparency? I mean, it should be right here. I've got their meeting up right here. I have the live link, but typically it takes a couple of minutes. They're not. They put some more stuff here. Oh, here we go. Fact sheet. Proposed. Oh, wait, hold on. This is the one that they're looking at. Investor protection. Hold on. Let me read what they're going to be talking about. Open link in new tab. Here we go. Fact sheet. Proposed amendments to PF. What's PF? Form PF. Oh, I do remember this one. The proposed amendments would reduce the threshold for reporting as large private equity advisors from $2 billion to $1.5 billion. Large liquidity fund advisor reporting. So that's this new proposal. Current reporting for large hedge fund advisors and private. The proposal will require large hedge funds advisors to file current reports within 1 business day of the occurrence. What occurrence? More reporting events qualify hedge funds past certain events. Extraordinary investment losses, significant margin and counterparty default events. Okay, this is interesting. So I don't think it's going to be that. Trying to enhance the FOC's ability to monitor systemic risk. Okay, so this could get a little interesting over here. Oh, here it is. Why is this not? They don't have the audio on this. Hold on, they're talking, but I can't get the audio. Hold on, let me see if I can find it on YouTube because the audio is just not working. I have it turned on. The audio is just not working. Hold on. Hold on. So you guys have that link, right? Hold on. I literally have it right here and my volume's on. Maybe I have to full screen it. My volume's on right here. Hold on. Is the volume working for any of you guys over there? Yeah, it's live. I know it's live. I just don't hear anything. It wasn't working for me either. It says blocked in your region. Interesting. Yeah, no audio. They messed up the audio from their WebEx to their streaming platform. It's muted for everyone. Okay, cool. So it's not just me. If this is some nonsense that they're trying to be like, oh, we streamed it, unmute it. It's not unmuted, just me. No. You guys go use the link. Let me go put the link into the chat and see if it's just me. Here's the link right here. Here's the link. Go try it out for yourself. That's the link. So that's the link. I don't hear it. And I have the volume on. This is nonsense. Amy with a giant candle right here, though. Come on. What is this? Gary, turn on your freaking mics, people. See our troubleshooting checklist to resolve video and audio problems. Troubleshooting. Refreshing the browser for video question. Audio controls of the video player are available at the bottom control bar. See the will pop up if I was on your network. All right. Is it working for any of you guys? No volume. They muted it. No audio for me. Exactly. There's no audio on anybody. No, it doesn't work. Interesting. Hold on. Come on, really? Is it, you guys have clicked the link, right? It has captions, subtitles only. That's bullshit. Ricky Day, very fitting. He's been silent all year anyways. Hold on. Yeah, there's nothing over here. Zero. This is craziness. I can't believe they did that. Subtitles, maybe? You guys want me to read to you? Okay. From enhanced collection of data, finally, this is going to be nonsense. For money market funds, from Form PF concerning the reporting of large liquidity funds. Well, they're just reading the fact sheet right now. Amy is getting some candles over here, though. Look at this break up above this range. TLT settling back down over here. SPY's getting a little bit jumpy. I like this. I like it. I like it. I like it. Here we go. Read it to us. He can't read. I can't read. All right. I'm going to put this link to the tweet that I just put out. And this is nonsense. Like, come on. This is crazy. This is crazy. How are they going to mute this? What about streaming the SEC stream? That's what I'm doing. Where's the link? I sent it. I can send it again. Stay on it. This is the link. I just tweeted unmute the Fed. It's not the Fed meeting. Oh, hold on. They just turned it on. They just turned it on. Deleting the tweet. Here it is. They just fixed it.
Removal of a fund's general partner, termination of a fund's investment period, or termination of a fund. The proposal would require advisors to file a current report within 1 business day of the occurrence of one or more of these reporting events. The proposed changes are designed to allow the Commission and FSOC to receive more timely information about certain events that may signal distress at qualifying hedge funds and private equity funds, or identify patterns that may indicate market instability. Second, the proposed amendments would reduce the threshold for reporting as a large private equity advisor from $2 billion to
This is not Gary. And this is honestly, this meeting is probably going to be nonsense.
Under management. Lowering the threshold would result in reporting on Form PF that continues to provide robust data on a sizable portion of the private equity industry. Additionally, the proposal would amend Section 4 of Form PF for large private equity advisors to gather more detailed information regarding fund strategies, use of leverage and portfolio company financings, controlled portfolio companies and their borrowings, fund investments in different levels of a single portfolio company's capital structure, and portfolio company restructurings or recapitalizations. The proposed amendments are designed to provide useful empirical data to FSOC to help better assess the extent to which private equity funds or their advisors may pose systemic risk, and to better inform the Commission's regulatory program to enhance our ability to protect investors. Finally, the proposed amendments would require large liquidity fund advisors to report substantially.
The dude speaking is just some random, his name is Michael something. Doesn't matter. Gary's not speaking yet. I mean, they're not going to, this Form PF thing is honestly, I don't think it's anything. It's just lowering the threshold for some sort of reporting thing. It's crazy.
Money market funds and liquidity funds both invest. The proposed amendments to Form PF would enhance the Commission and FSOC's ability to assess short-term financing markets and facilitate our oversight of those markets and their participants. Thank you for considering our recommendation.
Muted. Thank you so much, Sarah and Michael. Now we'll turn it over to Jessica Wachter, our Chief Economist, Head of the Division of Economic Research and Analysis.
Thank you, Chair Gensler. Today, the Commission is proposing amendments to Form PF. Private funds account for $11 trillion under management, making them an important means to connect investors with capital markets. Form PF currently requires annual reporting, increasing to a quarterly frequency for certain private fund advisors when assets under management pass a size threshold. Form PF provides the Commission and FSOC with an important window into the basic operations and strategies of private funds. Private funds employ a wide variety of strategies, some of which may be complex and some of which use leverage, either explicit or implicit. With sufficient leverage, the risks in these funds could lead to sell-offs in asset classes, sometimes called fire sales, harming investors both in the fund and more broadly. The revised rules would require prompt reporting based on significant events, such as losses exceeding 20% in a short period, a large increase in margin requirements, or a default of a significant counterparty. This gives more information than existing reporting requirements, which provide a limited snapshot at a point in time and are filed months after quarter or year end. This real-time information would provide the Commission and FSOC with some early warnings of significant events in financial markets that could indicate broader systemic implications or investor protection concerns and facilitate potential regulatory responses. Results could be more resilient financial markets and stronger investor confidence. The rules also expand regular annual and quarterly reporting requirements of Form PF for advisors for private equity funds and large liquidity funds, respectively. This new information would help in the monitoring of systemic risk and would help the Commission better protect investors by providing new insights into the diversity of trends and investment strategies used by those private funds. While this additional reporting would lead to costs to some funds, some of which would be passed on to investors, we believe these costs would be limited due to the targeted nature of the amendments. In closing, I thank our colleagues from the Division of Investment Management, the Division of Enforcement, the Division of Examinations, and the Office of the General Counsel for their collaboration. And I thank you all for your attention.
Thank you, Jessica. Now I'll turn to my fellow commissioners for their comments, questions. Commissioner Peirce.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thanks to Mike, Jessica, and Sarah. And Sarah, thanks for stepping back in after so ably leading the division last year. We very much appreciate that, and I appreciate you standing in for William, who's on jury duty. I, of course, want to begin by thanking the staff of the Divisions of Investment Management and Economic and Risk Analysis and the Office of Chief Accountant and General Counsel as well. Although I'm unable to support today's proposal, I do appreciate all the hard work and effort the staff put into the proposal, including fielding numerous comments and questions from me. My objections to the proposed changes, however, are fundamental. As we described at the time of its adoption in 2011, Form PF, quote, is primarily intended to assist the Financial Stability Oversight Council in its monitoring obligations under the Dodd-Frank Act. As the Commission made clear in the release accompanying Form PF's finalization, the Commission's use of Form PF information in conducting its regulatory program is ancillary to the underlying purpose of facilitating FSOC's monitoring for systemic risk. Congress did not conceive of Form PF to facilitate the Commission's desire to inoculate well-heeled investors against downturns, losses, or fund failures. Today's proposal disregards these facts and represents a fundamental shift in Form PF's scope and purpose. Although the release cites monitoring and, where possible, mitigating or forestalling market-wide disruptions as rationales for the proposed changes in reporting, the release provides scant evidence that the amendments to Form PF would enhance FSOC's ability to monitor for systemic risk. Rather, the enhanced reporting seems intended primarily to provide the Commission with additional information to support its regulatory and enforcement programs. A regulator's desire for data is insatiable, but more data isn't always better. Before we seek additional information through Form PF, we must show what we have done with the information we already require and show that it's insufficient to allow FSOC to monitor for systemic risk. I don't think we've done that. Merely citing gaps in data isn't enough. There will always be gaps, or at least I hope there will always be gaps, in just what information the government can access on private activities. But we must ask, is our desire to fill these gaps born of necessity or of curiosity? I judge it to be the latter. If finalized, large hedge fund advisors and all advisors to private equity funds would have one business day to report to the Commission the particulars surrounding key events. These reportable events include, as you heard, extraordinary investment losses, significant margin and default events, and large withdrawals and redemptions for large hedge fund advisors. And in the case of private fund advisors, the execution of an advisor-led secondary transaction, implementation of general or limited partner clawbacks, and the removal of a fund's general partner. Requiring almost immediate reporting of localized events would distend Form PF into a tool for government to micromanage private fund risk management.
Fuck you, lady.
A hedge fund suffering losses equal to or greater than 20% of its net asset value over the course of 10 days is unquestionably significant for that hedge fund and its investors. But why is it appropriate or even wise for the Commission to insist on being notified of this within one business day? Surely the fund advisor will have its hands full in such a fraught period and will have little time to spare to fill up.
Oh, boo-hoo. Hedge funds can't fill out a form that said that they screwed up. Shut up, lady. Are you kidding me? They're going to have their hands full because they lost 20%. Are you... I don't like this lady. Just fill out the form, send it to the SEC. What's the problem here?
Facilitate FSOC's monitoring of system-wide stability, not to inform the Commission about isolated trigger events affecting individual private funds. Sure, isolated events can be indicative of systemic or potentially broader downstream disruptions, but what is the limiting principle here? Merely asserting that isolated particular events could potentially indicate system-wide vulnerabilities without any hard data-driven analysis seems inadequate to justify the enhanced reporting.
Which it can, because you'll see when these hedge funds blow up that they're all over leveraged. You know what that is? Systemic risk. Lady, sit down. You're done. This is nonsense, people.
Since they're general or limited partner clawbacks, what does the record tell us concerning the correlative links between certain noteworthy events at one or a handful of funds and the wider market? We owe the public a clearer understanding of the objective or subjective calculus or metric we have in mind when we say that contemporaneous reports from advisors concerning one or a handful of key events are significant enough to justify this additional reporting burden for hundreds of advisors. Saying that an otherwise isolated problem in a hedge fund could be indicative of a more global concern just isn't enough. As you heard, we're also proposing to change the reporting threshold for large private equity advisors. But rather than raise a threshold that is now more than a decade old, we're proposing to reduce it from the current $2 billion to $1.5 billion. The reasoning behind this proposed reduction is unsatisfying and potentially harmful. When the current threshold was established, approximately 75% of the private equity market based on committed capital was covered. In the intervening years, the private equity market has grown such that with the increased number of smaller private equity fund advisors operating below the $2 billion threshold, only 67% of that market is represented. By this logic, if the industry continues to grow, we have set the precedent that we will continue to reduce the threshold again and again as the addition of smaller advisors means that a smaller percentage of advisors meet the reporting threshold. What is so magical about 75% of the industry falling within the ambit of Form PF? Was the current $2 billion threshold chosen to reach 75%, or was 75% nothing more than the result of the $2 billion threshold? Moreover, reducing the threshold seems to fly in the face of the Commission's thinking in 2011 when we said that these thresholds are designed so that the group of large private fund advisors filing the form will be relatively small in number, but represent a substantial.
Oh yeah, back in 2011, we wanted less funds to report. Then we realized that we were being fucking idiots. And then we decided to have more funds report because obviously they saw that and ran with it and made the system so terrible. This lady sucks, dude.
Why are we no longer concerned about cost to smaller private fund advisors? And relatedly, are we in danger of putting the brakes on an otherwise dynamic and competitive industry? Changing the threshold is a good idea, but I urge my fellow commissioners to put their support behind increasing it, not reducing it. I look forward to hearing from commenters as they evaluate the merits of this proposal.
Oh, I'll give some comments on the merits of your proposal, lady. I'll give you some comments. You're an idiot. That's what I would have to say to that.
And I thank you in advance for your insights and wisdom. They will certainly inform my determination. And again, thanks go to the agency staff who worked so hard on this proposal.
Thanks, Commissioner Peirce. Commissioner Lee?
Thank you. Today's proposed amendments to Form PF contain key enhancements to investor protection for private fund investors, but also importantly, better tools for monitoring systemic risk. The private fund space continues to grow with the latest aggregated data from Form PF showing over 3,300 reporting fund advisors, overseeing or managing over 37,000 funds, and with aggregate net asset value of $11.7 trillion now, which is more than double the amount from just 7 years ago. Form PF provides critical data to assist the Commission in understanding both at the firm and industry-wide level significant information about this vast and growing market, such as overall size, investment concentration, leverage, liquidity, and counterparty exposure. And importantly, this data also serves to inform the work of the Financial Stability Oversight Council in monitoring for activities that may pose systemic risk to financial markets. Today's proposed current reporting requirements in particular would further that goal by requiring certain advisors to timely report significant events such as deep losses, counterparty defaults, or the inability to meet margin calls. And these kinds of events raise not only investor protection concerns, but in some cases may also implicate systemic risks of the type that FSOC was designed to address. And Form PF data has also
I like this lady. This lady knows what she's talking about.
transparency in this area for the public. However, while we have worked to bolster our oversight program since the first filing requirements over a decade ago, we now know more tools may be needed to effectively examine and monitor the private fund space. Today's proposal would provide critical tools to help the Commission and FSOC, including its now reconvened hedge fund working group, in making timely determinations as to whether certain events could pose systemic risk. And monitoring for systemic risk is a key pillar of FSOC's mission. It's important for us to support that mandate. I hope the recent reinvigoration of the FSOC will continue apace so that financial regulators can work together within our complex financial ecosystem to maintain a focus on our financial stability for investors and for the broader American economy. And given the growth and complexity of private funds, ensuring that we have the data we need in this space is an important component of that work. So I'm happy to support today's proposal. I'd like to thank the staff in the Division of Investment Management for their pragmatic and forward-looking approach to today's recommendations. I also want to thank staff in the Division of Economic and Risk Analysis and the General Counsel's Office for your hard work. So thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Lee. Commissioner Crenshaw.
Thank you, Chair Gensler, and thank you to my colleagues. Last year, I gave a speech about assessing the unknown. My thesis was that we should proactively try to anticipate the risks that may arise and proliferate in our financial markets. If we continuously evaluate the threats that our markets and investors may face, it should help us promote market resilience and appropriate investor protections, even when destabilizing events inevitably occur. That process is critical, but it has to begin with reviewing and analyzing accurate and sufficient data. With regard to the private funds market, the Commission historically has had little data about the economic activities of private funds and any risks they may present to both investors and the larger financial system. Consequently, as part of the Dodd-Frank Act reforms, the Commission adopted Form PF. It was a good step forward, providing both the Commission and the Financial Stability Oversight Council, you've heard a lot about today, FSOC, with data about private funds to help assess risks. And while Form PF information has been helpful to our understanding of private funds, the past 10 years also have highlighted shortcomings and gaps in the data. These gaps in visibility are compounded by the simultaneous growth in the size of the private funds market, and these funds increasingly complex structures, strategies, and exposures. The Commission must keep pace with the market evolution, and Form PF updates are fundamental to providing the Commission with high quality and meaningful disclosures. This includes requiring more granular and timely disclosures and updates that will improve our understanding of the private fund industry and the potential risks within it. Accordingly, today's rule proposes to amend Form PF in a variety of ways. I'll briefly address 3 of those important changes. First, the proposal would require advisors to certain large funds to notify the Commission when there are signs of stress at those funds it could result in acute risks to investors in the markets. The more timely updates should advance the Commission's oversight role. It's much harder to effectively plan for or mitigate risks when the information we're getting is already stale. Second, the proposal requires more detailed information from some of the biggest advisors to liquidity funds. These new data are essential to understanding these funds' characteristics, including their susceptibility to runs. Finally, the proposal would require more specific disclosures from all advisors to private equity funds. The private equity fund market in particular has grown dramatically in the last decade, and private equity advisors have expanded the scope of their investment strategies and the types of their offerings, including a significant increase in credit strategies. In other words, they could be investing more heavily in risky debt, such as collateralized loan obligations. This proposal is an important step that seeks to put the Commission in a better position to understand, assess, and take action regarding significant developments at private funds, potential stresses to the broader financial markets, and practices that raise potential significant investor protection concerns. Thank you to the Chair's Office, the staff of the Division of Investment Management, the Office of the General Counsel, and the Division of Economic and Risk Analysis for their thoughtful work on today's proposal. I look forward to reviewing the comments and working with the staff as we continue to move toward a final rule. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Crenshaw. Thank you, all of my fellow commissioners. I will say before I move on, I miss Commissioner Roisman. For the public, Friday was his last day last week. So we're now 4 commissioners strong, but we all benefited from Alad's work, his dedication to public service, his advice and counsel. And I wish him well in his whatever his new journey is and adventures. Today, the Commission is considering amendments to Form PF, Private Fund, a form that came out of the financial crisis in 2008, but just a little bit of background too. We had issues and challenges in private funds earlier, and maybe not many listening to this would remember, but there was something called the Long-Term Capital Management, LTCM, Long-Term Capital Management, that came asunder. And
if you don't know what long-term capital management is right now, we can go over it, but look it up right now while you're listening to this. Very interesting.
In the Treasury Department, the U.S. Treasury Department at the time, and I remember it well. It was a private fund, a hedge fund that had failed, but the transparency the U.S. government had into it was scant at best, and it had over $1 trillion of derivatives, over $100 billion of assets, but only $4 billion of capital. Roughly, that's from memory. So I think the financial crisis came along and Congress reacted and said that for financial stability reasons, as Commissioner Peirce said earlier, and others have, that it was important that the SEC not only collect this information, but share it with other members of a newly formed council, Financial Stability Oversight Council. Those proposals, those mandates from Congress were put in place in 2011, and we're 10 years on, and I think we've learned a great deal since then. I support this proposal because if adopted, I think it would help federal regulators, this so-called Financial Stability Oversight Council, including the U.S. Department of Treasury, the Federal Reserve, the banking agencies, our sibling market regulator, the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and ourselves, and the like, to better assess systemic risk. It also would bolster our Commission's oversight of private fund advisors and the protection of investors in those funds. The form that was adopted in 2011 sheds light on a lot, but there's a lot we've learned as well.
Watch TLT and SPY right now. There's some Ukraine news coming through. I think the U.S. said for all Americans to leave. So that's what's moving SPY and TLT right now. If TLT starts going up and SPY starts coming down, watch out.
That provides the Commission and the FSOC with important confidential information with respect to basic operations and strategies of the private funds, and has helped establish a baseline for assessing systemic risk. But since the forms were put in place nearly 10 years ago, a lot has changed. In that time, the private fund industry has grown in size to a net asset value of 11 trillion and gross assets of 17 trillion And it's also evolved in terms of business practices, complexity of fund structures, investment strategies, and exposures. And I do think that the Commission and the Financial Stability Oversight Council have had this decade of experience analyzing the information, collecting the information on these forms. And we have identified significant information gaps and situations where we would benefit from additional information. Now, when I was coming into office last April,
Watch this.
it was very much on everybody's mind when I first met with the Secretary of the Treasury, when I first met with the Chair of the Federal Reserve. They wanted to highlight for me in my new job that
Mass Tech Spenders, thanks for the super. That's old news. Let me check on it right now. I thought I saw something else come through on like the whole news feed. So let me take a look and see and just make sure what the news is as to why we're selling off this hard. It could just be a bond move.
Various markets at that point in time. Thus, this proposal does the three things that Mike and Sarah and Jessica spoke about. First, the proposal would require certain advisors to hedge funds and private equity funds to provide current reporting of events that could be relevant to financial stability. Rather than waiting for the quarterly periodic reports of hedge funds or the annual period of private equities, if there was an event that's a financial stability related event, an extraordinary investment loss, significant margin and counterparty default events, there would be reporting. I do think that this is important for our fellow members of the FSOC and the SEC, but it's not just what I think. We had the team work with members across the FSOC, particularly U.S. Department of Treasury and the Office of Financial Research over there, to see what are the gaps, how can we fill those gaps, what information would be helpful based upon 10 years or nearly 10 years of experience. Current reporting, back to long-term capital management, I can think of that if we'd only had that a little sooner than those events were occurring at that point in time, or in 2008, or during the 2020 early stage of this COVID pandemic. Second, the proposal would update the periodic reporting by large private equity advisors. And yes, as noted, it would bring us back to covering about 75% of the assets under management. I think that's a recalibration that is appropriate, but I look forward to hearing the public comments on that and seeing if they think that we've gotten this appropriately scaled. And third, the proposal would update reporting by large liquidity fund advisors to correspond with reporting the Commission had recently proposed for money market funds. I'm pleased to support today's proposal and, subject to Commission approval, look forward to the public's feedback. Looking ahead, I've asked staff to work jointly with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission to consider whether they would recommend jointly, the CFTC and SEC staff jointly would recommend amending some joint portions of Form PF. You see, though we're addressing a lot today, there are some joint portions of Form PF as well, primarily related to joint registrants with the CFTC. I'd like to thank our colleagues, particularly of all the FSOC agencies and the Department of Treasury, the CFTC, the Federal Reserve, in particular, for their assistance. I'd also like to extend my gratitude to the members of the SEC staff working on this role. And now I'm going to just read off William Burthistle and Jory Duty, Sarah Ten-Seekoff, Melissa Gaynor, Michael Noose, Samuel Thomas, Lawrence Pace, Alexis Pulaschek, Timothy Husson, John Hertzke, Roberta Ufford, Timothy Delaney, Michelle Beck, David Stevens, Kevin Treharn, Victoria Bacanova, Trevor Tatum, and all in the Division of Investment Management. Bear with me. From the Office of the General Counsel, Meredith Mitchell, Marie Louise Huth, Malou,
I think that's right. I think that's it, isn't it? Like he's just reading off the names and just thanking people. We can leave it on for a couple more minutes and see if they say anything else after that, if they like do some sort of vote, but let's take a look and see.
We heard from Jessica, of course, but Ross on Shukazi, Alexander Schilla,
Yeah,
Daniel
TLT making new highs.
John, Charles Woodworth,
Spy not reacting
Marina
yet.
Artenova, and then also the Division of Exams, which was helpful. Christopher Mulligan, Daniel Fagus, Division of Enforcement, Adam Adderton, Dabney Ariaton, and Daniel Pines, and Division of Trading and Markets, Michelle, Dan, and Nass. As you can see, we pull and we try to work across and collaboratively across this great agency. It's not just the operating units, Division of Economic Research, Office of General Counsel, but we try to pull in folks from our examination function, our enforcement function, other parts of the agency, where appropriate to give advice and counsel on these proposals. With that, how do commissioners vote?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the recommendation is approved by a vote of 3-1. I thank you all again. And with that, next up, we have the proposed amendments relating to the Treasury markets. These are re-proposals around something called Regulation Alternative Trading System and Systems Compliance and Integrity. I'll turn it over to Hao Shang-Ju, the Director of Trading and Markets, to present the recommendations.
Good morning, Chair Gensler and Commissioners. Today, the Division of Trading and Markets recommends updating the definition of exchange under Rule 3B16 of the Exchange Act. This rule was adopted in 1998 to interpret the definition of the exchange. Since that time, this definition has not been amended despite the significant evolution in how market participants interact, discover prices, and agree to terms of a trade. For example, the current definition is predicated on the use of firm orders as opposed to non-firm trading interest. However, many trading systems today bring together buyers and sellers by using non-firm trading interest. This creates a disparity. Firm markets that perform similar functionalities are subject to different regulatory standards. Today's proposed rule would update the SEC rule that defines terms in the definition of exchange in order to, among other changes, include systems that use non-firm trading interest. The division believes that bringing the benefit exchange regulation to these marketplaces and leveling the playing field will promote fair, orderly markets and enhance investor protection. The Division of Trading and Markets is also recommending re-proposing important changes that were previously proposed in September 2020. First, all alternative trading systems, or ATSs, that trade government securities should comply with the regulation ATS. Second, ATSs that trade sufficient volume in U.S. Treasury securities or agency securities should comply with the regulation SCI. Government securities play a
All right. I think that's it. US SEC in a filing dated January 25th extends April 3rd filing with issue order to approve a disapproving list of ARC. Nope, different one. So it looks like they approved it. It looks like they approved that PF. Gary was like, oh, approved. So let's see what happens here. I just sent out a tweet that was like, looks like it's been approved. I mean, that's what it sounded like right there when they were talking about it. He was like 3-1, it's approved. So let's see what happens. I don't see anything on the news feed coming out about this though, which is shocking. Bro, WTF, that's not it. That was the rule that they were talking about. I mean, yeah, they're talking about the Treasury market right now. Yeah, also, if you guys don't mind, hitting that like button on the stream just helps it a whole lot with the algorithm. I mean, do you guys want to keep listening to it? You can keep listening to it. Approved to be open for comment. Gotcha. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. Alrighty. So 4 people making the decision. Yeah, I mean, they voted. So it looks like it was voted for, I'm trying to think. It was the new PF rule. They voted on it, said it was approved. Is it approved for comment or is it approved and going to be implemented? I don't know. Let's see. Yes, Mo has approved. There we go. Why did I turn it off? Do you want to listen to it? Like,
and regulation ATS.
Oh, ATS.
Regulation SCI. For ATS is a trade government securities. At the same time, the Commission issued a concept release on the regulation of fixed income electronic trading platforms, which, among other things, solicited comment on the scope of the definition of exchange under the federal securities laws. Commenters expressed broad support for the 2020 proposal, and the Commission received substantial comment on the concept release. Taking into consideration these comments, the division is recommending that the Commission propose 3 sets of amendments. First, to amend SEC rules regarding the definition of exchange. Second, to repropose with certain changes, amendments to Regulation ATS and Regulation SCI for ATSs that trade U.S. government securities. Third, to propose amendment.
Okay, so here's what they did. The SEC voted 3-1 to propose the rule to change Form PF requirements. So that's what they've done. They voted to propose the rule. Gotcha. All right. So they voted, it looks like they voted to propose the rule. That's what it looks like right here. So, I mean, we're seeing TLT right here kind of freak out around the 200 EMA. If it breaks up above this and starts to rip, watch out below on the SPY. We got AMC coming down, still flat in the green right here. And then we also have Powell today. This day is going to get crazy, people. Honestly, at this point, that was probably the most important rule that we were going to look at here. But again, here's the thing. Do not think that these rules are going to be the end all be all that are going to trigger the MOAS. I know that's kind of getting spread around that like, oh my God, this rule is huge. It's just the first step. It is just the first step forward. They proposed to vote exactly. Let's see. Screw the Fed. It's okay that we're rejected in time. They might. I don't know what's going to happen here. But yeah, I mean, that was interesting. It was very interesting to hear what that lady's comments were. They were like, no, I don't want to report this. Like the hedge funds are going to have their hands full. Bro, they're managing billions, if not trillions of dollars in like derivatives. And you're not going to have them report something when they screw it up. Are you crazy? Let's see. It's the proposal of the first step. Exactly. Yeah, they are going to try to drag it down. I mean, that's kind of the thing, guys. You can't expect that the SEC is just going to be like, boom, MOAS. They're not going to do that. That's not their job. Amy just went red. GME now down, now up only 1.6. The SPY, what's the range of the SPY today? High 441, low 438. The range is a lot tighter today on the SPY. So let's see here. What's the likelihood of a margin call? Depends on if they, I mean, it's 100% if you fall below the maintenance margin. Let's see. Big shark fin, a little bit of a shark fin right here. BBIG 13 MA crossing below the 200 on the 5-minute. Hold on now. That'd have been some good puts over there. Yeah, there it is right there. So that's the breakdown below right here. There it is. So watch out below on BBIG today. This is kind of what I was looking for right here. It was just kind of teetering, breaks down below here. It starts to come down. Didn't catch it, but you know, you can't catch them all. That lady had to say that. So they can say we had an argument from the other side, just playing from the other team. Stay cool, calm, and collected. Oh, that's true. The implementation vote is tomorrow. Interesting. All right. Let's see. If they simply pulled licenses, as we sing Baby Shark, no. Yo, VIX, now what? The same thing that we always do. BBIG selling. Dang, that was a good one there. That was a good one. So before we were calling for BBIG, remember, we saw this 1348 cross right here. I was waiting for it to break below the 200. It did right here, then got this candle all the way down. So I don't know. Kind of missed it. I mean, you can still probably get some weekly puts on it and do all right. But again, BBIG's got a lot of momentum. If it comes back in and really wants to start to get going, Amy might retest that 1550. What's that right now? 1593. Yeah, I mean, GME's coming down. SPY's just kind of hanging out in this range right here. Where's TLT? Is TLT starting to spike again? Nope. TLT's coming back down. So let's see what happens with SPY going in a little bit as we sing Pinky. I don't know what that one is, but let's see. Her husband runs a hedge fund. That's funny. Sorry, my hands full right now. I don't have time to pay taxes this year. Exactly. That's the same thing. It's like, oh, I don't have time. It's like, come on. That lady was annoying. Let's have a vote to vote on we're going to eat today. Oh, we could. SPY dragged below 1348. Yes, we did just get this 1348 cross on the SPY on the way down. Again, same thing. You're above the 200 EMA. You can't really do much here. That's like what we were looking at on BBIG. Like, yeah, you could have gotten those puts, but it could have just as easily come here and then ripped back off. So BBIG selling off still. Once it breaks below that 200, you could have gotten these at like 324, and now it's down at 313. That's a decent 313. It's coming down hard now. Amy coming down. Ooh, they're shorting. They're short. They are short. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here it comes. Smash that like. Let's get above 2.5K. If we get the algorithms going, we can get other apes in on AMC. Captain, thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, if you guys don't mind hitting that like button on the stream, just helps out with the algorithm. Yeah, that Gary stuff was interesting. We are gonna watch Powell later today too. Once I go off for lunch, I'll come back on at 1:15. Let's check Amy's Ortex right now. See how we're doing. All right, so AMC's Ortex right now, they borrowed, interesting, pretty flat. So they have net borrow of 34,000 shares. Estimated short interest, 20.75%. Let's see, everything's dropping? Yes, everything is dropping right now. So here comes SPY all the way down. BBIG selling off a little bit here. I mean, the BBIG puts would have been really good. I was going to get the threes. The threes were like 23 cents, I think, when I was looking at them. What are they now? Probably like 35, I'm guessing. That's probably what I would guess on these. Oh, no, they've gone up barely anything here. Interesting. Interesting. They've been shorting since $2. St. Cal, you are correct. You are correct. IWM is pulling everything. No, TLT and SPY are pulling everything. I mean, IWM is going to move with the SPY. Let's see. Amy, what are we doing? GME is getting some candles over here. We got a 1348 cross, just came down below the 200. That's not great. SPY's doing the same thing. BBIG, similar thing over here as well. Hold on. Roku is looking like it wants to do it right here. SPY moving down. Interesting. All right. Amy is at 1583, down about 1%. GME is still up, but it is selling off from the high. So the high of the day on GME, 105.94, and it is now at 151. That's a big range on GME for today. SPY making new lows as we speak. It's getting interesting. My SPY break of VWAP puts printing. There you go, avocado. Just got out of a lucid 20% profit, holding the third day today. There you go, the new guy. BBIG crossed the support line at 310. Oh, did it just do it? 311. 311 is what I see the low. Let's see. These $3 puts are not moving. They're not moving a whole lot. All right. Amy. All right. So GME now down below that 200 EMA. Amy's down below everything. We got that 1348 cross way back here. So you can kind of see where it's going to go. SPY right here crossed on this candle. So right around 438. It is now at 438. Like 18. What is this one? So not a whole lot of move on this 1348 yet, but it could get nasty going into Powell a little bit later. Could get nasty going in a little bit later. Yeah, for everybody filtering in right now, if you guys don't mind hitting that like button on the stream, it just helps out a whole lot with the algorithm. You guys have been crushing it recently. I really appreciate each and every one of you guys. Everything will tank now until 2 p.m. Then after JPL talks, the market will rocket. It could. When my fiance gave me the talk about AMC yesterday, I got her checking in on AMC throughout the day. She wants to salvage what we have left. This is hurting. Ex-fiance. That's funny. Why is Cinemark doing as well as AMC? It's a movie theater industry. I don't know. What are they doing right now? CNK. I mean, again, remember, there's a lot of nonsense going on. That's the whole point of having this play have so much potential. So Cinemark's not doing as well as AMC. I mean, they're the similar price, but the market cap of Cinemark is like way lower than AMC's. BBIG, what are we looking at over here? Biggie kind of hanging out at these levels. SPY starting to make that next move down here. 1348 strikes again. Werner, there you go, buddy. Talking about a fair market. Yeah, right. I had a VIX call bought yesterday for $1. They just disappeared. What? DWAC looking like a good buy-in right now. What's DWAC? What's DWAC at? DWAC's coming up a little bit here. I mean, you got that 1348 here, giant candle over, or no, 1348 right here, hit this candle down here, didn't really get below. SPY coming down to the 200 EMA. Spaghetti-o. 11-ish will run back up to 1640. Says not a hedge fund. There you go. How do you set up 1348 again? It's just a 13 EMA and the 48 EMA. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, the link to the free part of the Discord's up there. With me, TMI, and Review Dork. And then we've got all those videos in there that you can watch from Gabe that kind of outlines it. Those are like the mandatory watches before you even do anything. So like, don't even try to trade it and use any of the alerts until you get the strategy from the videos. because you need to follow the rules. If you don't follow the rules, you're going to get blown out. And then you're like, why isn't it working? It's like, well, you're not following the rules. So if you guys want to check it out, you can. If you don't, perfectly fine. Just sign the divorce papers now. There you go. 420 puts just made me 420. Time to celebrate in style. Woo! There you go, buddy. I mean, the SPY puts are wild. Puts at 34, 38%. There you go. Not a shield, nothing has changed, but what percentage chance is there that we are all wrong? I mean, we kind of gotten, we were proved right many times. January and June. So how would, you're not, the short interest is like closing in on all-time highs, and you're just seeing the market start to freak out. Hold on, let me get TLT up here and see what they're doing. I don't know. So if TLT breaks above this 200 EMA, I will grab SPY puts. Any thoughts on covered calls? I mean, you're playing with fire, but you could do it. Hey, SUV 1348 is freaking awesome. Let's see. Would you guys consider giving access free to the end of the month? Paying Patreon fee for a couple of days is a bit steep, and I don't want to wait. I don't know if it'll charge you right now or wait to charge you on the 1st. I honestly don't know how the Patreon works, but you can wait till the 1st, and then pop in. I think that's what a lot of people are doing and just using this time to learn, which is smart. I mean, that's kind of what you want to do. So 1% chance of being wrong. I mean, how would you explain, how would you say that we are wrong on AMC and GME? We are early, but not wrong. You can be right, but still get smoked. Well, yeah, but exactly. It doesn't, right, but that doesn't mean that you're wrong and you're not going to see the price action get reflected eventually. Let's see here. All righty. What do we got going on here, everybody? We having some fun today? Is everybody having a decent amount of time? Decent time over here. How is Cinemark 17% short interest? People don't like the movie theater industry. That's why the short interest on AMC is so high all the time. So they're going to short a lot of them. But does that mean that Cinemark is going to have a squeeze? I don't know. Probably not. And if you're hedging the wrong way. If you think the movie theater industry is going to go down, well, you know that everybody's kind of going to bid up AMC. And if you have a squeeze on it, you would go long on AMC. And if this movie theater industry fails on the off chance that it does, you would short Cinemark. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense right now to do what they're doing on AMC. Shorts are guaranteed buyers, says fee rhymes with AMC. There you go, buddy. So glad for this dip. There you go. So the system was meant to short it to oblivion and not have a squeeze to multiple dip. What? Yeah, the system is not in our favor, but the one thing that you can never counteract is a massive imbalance or influx of buying or selling pressure. Cinemark got hit with $1 billion fine. It was a judgment that was a court judgment over there. That was a nasty one. That was a nasty one. But the institutions own 99% of Cinemark. Oh boy, do they now? That's not great. Let the shills justify us being wrong. Yeah, that's fine. They can do whatever they want. Citadel also owns some AMC shares. What are we talking about here? Hello guys, did we get transparency? Well, they voted yes. Just got a bonus today. There we go. She'll be told it's 500 less than it really is. I wonder where that 500 is going. William playing a dangerous game over there. All right, Amy popping back up a little bit. It is flat on the day. TLT selling off here, rejected off this 200 EMA. GME's trying to make a little bit of a move up here. Same thing with the SPY. Let's see what happens over here. I think they're talking about dark pools. Fine.
From the safety of the regulations, if only some pay the cost, those paying the cost are at a competitive disadvantage. By subjecting both current ATSs, for example, and non-ATS platforms to similar regulation, the benefits of alternative trading system regulation will be more likely to be realized in greater resiliency and price discovery across the market. So these rules may increase costs for some platforms. Some of these platforms are currently not broker-dealers, which is a prior step before becoming an alternative trading system. So the proposal would require them to become broker-dealers. They would be required to file forms, and if they operate at size, to comply with fair access and regulation SCI. These steps involve compliance costs, but entities serving similar functions bear these costs already. We expect that these rules will bring greater efficiency to the trading of government securities and to other securities, with the potential to lead to greater capital formation. In closing, I want to thank my colleagues in the Division of Trading and Markets in the Office of the General Counsel, with whom we have worked closely during the development of these proposed rules. Thank you, and we are happy to answer questions.
Thank you so much, Hao Shang, Tyler, and Jessica for your presentations. I turn it to Commissioner Peirce.
Thanks, Mr. Chair, and thanks to Shang, Jessica, and Tyler. Events in the U.S. Treasury market, as well as the related repo market over the past several years, strongly suggest that the market for government securities suffers from inadequate levels of intermediation, liquidity, and transparency that in times of stress can dramatically decrease its ability to function properly and significantly increase risks to market participants. Commentators have suggested a number of possible reforms, and although I'm skeptical of some of these suggestions, I agree that the Commission should be considering carefully how it might use its authority to make changes that could relieve some of these pressures and help ensure that the market continues to perform its vital functions in the U.S. and global economy. Careful consideration of fundamental issues of market structure is particularly important in the government securities market. It performs a central role in fiscal and monetary policy, as well as in our financial markets more broadly. The market is enormous, with over $22 trillion in U.S. Treasuries outstanding as of December 2021, and with over $600 billion in average daily trading volume during the last calendar year. Any efforts to reform this market must take into account the potentially cataclysmic risks of inadvertently masking and making things worse through sloppy or rushed rulemaking that introduces uncertainty for market participants or that deprives the public and the Commission of the opportunity to devote careful attention to thinking through the full implications of the proposed rules. The proposal we're considering today is certainly not sloppy, but at the same time, it's too wide-ranging and, given its length, too unwieldy to facilitate careful consideration. The document weighs in at a hefty 650 pages, contains over 220 separate requests for comment, with many requests containing multiple questions, and addresses about a dozen significant issues, several of which affect trading venues of all types, including currently unregulated communication protocol systems. And the release goes well beyond government securities or even fixed income securities. Key parts of the proposal affect trading venues that make any type of security available for trade.
When they say ATS, think dark pool. An ATS, an alternative trading system, is a dark pool.
Has determined that it's appropriate to provide the public with 30 days to read, understand, consider, consult, identify, model, assess, and discuss these rules and how they are likely to affect trading venues for every type of security that is traded in our markets. It would have been an irresponsible abdication of our role as the primary overseer of the U.S. capital markets to limit the public to a 30-day comment period on fundamental changes to the $22 trillion Treasury market. It's unconscionably reckless to do so for a proposal that the effects of which will reverberate through all the markets that we regulate in ways that we cannot foresee. I can't comprehend why we insist on blindfolding ourselves rather than embracing the notice and comment process that has been so valuable in unearthing issues for our consideration. Our self-imposed unrealistic time constraint will prevent us from thinking seriously about the possible effects, intended and otherwise, of our rules.
This is the lady that voted no and was like, boo-hoo, hedge funds. So she's just going to spew a bunch of nonsense again. So, I mean, I guess cue up a rant.
Limit comments to 30 days. Indeed, the Commission's precipitous rush to plow through the comment period, almost as if it were a mere formality in our process, presents a greater immediate risk to the market than any of the issues that have led to this recommendation. I could have voted for this proposal had the Commission provided a period long enough to enable market participants and others to engage in a considered analysis of the proposed rules and their likely consequences. 90 days would have been a reasonable period, given the breadth of issues and the potential effects of the proposed rule. Any shorter period would not be sufficient to give me the confidence that the Commission was receiving sufficient public analysis and comment to enable us to proceed to adoption in a manner consistent.
You know what this lady is? Just lazy as shit. She's just like, oh, the hedge funds are going to have their hands full. They can't fill out a form. And then it's like, well, if I had more time, I could have looked at it. Lady, you're not that busy. Read the stuff. This is your job. Read the report, analyze it, vote. That's it.
And it shows. The proposed rules would bring venues that facilitate the trading of government securities and repos within our regulatory ambit, effectively forcing venues that make these securities available for trading to become ATSs. These ATSs would need to file an amended version of Form ATSN, which would help market participants better understand where and how they can trade these securities. The rules would also subject the larger ATSs to the fair access rule, which could ensure access to liquidity for a larger proportion of market participants. Because more venues would be operating as ATSs, trades executed on these venues would be reported to TRACE, which should increase transparency in the market. Although I don't agree with every policy line that the proposal draws or every deadline that it sets, I could have supported this proposal if it allowed for careful consideration and informed comment that would have helped me evaluate whether the changes staff is recommending would work in the real world. Staff is also recommending an amendment to the definition of exchange in Exchange Act Rule 3B16. Unexpectedly for me, and perhaps for many in the market, this proposed amendment goes far beyond the scope of the concept release that was issued with the initial September 2020 proposal. What the staff is recommending for our consideration today is an expansion in the definition of exchange that would apply to any trading venue, including so-called communication protocol systems, for any type of security, not just for government or fixed income securities. This change could deter innovation and dissuade new entrants from entering into the market for trading venues and execution services. But communication protocol services have become more sophisticated and now play a significant role in the trading of certain types of securities. I could that allow for careful consideration comment on how this changed competition in this space. The staff is also recommending a wholesale revision to Form ATSN that will require all NMS stock ATSs with currently effective forms to file amendments to the commission. This part of the proposal would likely impose significant burdens and could lead to a replay of some of the difficulties that ATSs and our staff encountered when we adopted Form ATSN just a few years ago. Many of these changes flow from the proposed amendments to the definition of exchange, and thus are understandable, but it's unclear whether it's reasonable to expect these ATSs to repeat this process so soon after expending considerable resources on filing these forms in the very recent past. Nevertheless, I could have supported a proposal that allowed for careful consideration and informed comment on how these revisions would affect these venues. A final message to those who operate any service that is designed to facilitate any communication between potential buyers and sellers of any type of security. Read this release. Even if you have nothing to do with government securities or even fixed income or with traditional securities, read this release, preferably as soon as it's published on the Commission's website. It covers a lot of ground, and you should not assume that it has nothing to do with you, because it probably does. In closing, I would like to thank the staff and TM and DERA for the time, a lot of it they spent on the phone with my counsel and with me, walking me through the many issues covered in this release and answering my many questions. And a special shout out to Tyler Ramo, who exhibited in our conversations his characteristic great patience and inexplicable good cheer. I appreciate the team's hard work on this document and know that you will engage with the public proactively to make the most of this exceedingly short comment period. I don't have any questions.
Commissioner Peirce, I thank you. Before I turn to Commissioner Lee, I just want to also say we try to put these documents on the public website depending upon vote, but if we were to vote on this, it would go on the website. It often doesn't end up in the Federal Register for weeks. In fact, our last commission meeting on December 15th, where we voted out 4 items, they're not yet in the Federal Register. So as a practical matter, we're told by the Federal Register right now, they're running 6 to 8 weeks behind. That's not always the case, but given that process, that our 30-day clock on something like this starts once it gets in the Federal Register. But what we do is we put these documents on our website. So as Commissioner Peirce said, I would encourage everybody to read it, not just if you're in the government securities field, because absolutely there's some changes here that could affect other markets. These important changes to the definition in the rule text of exchange. Look on our website the next couple of days, start to weigh in, start to read it, start to assess it. It might be in the Federal Register before 6 to 8 weeks, but it's going to be a time before it's in the Federal Register before that 30-day clock even starts. So I think frankly, we're probably closer to the 60 to 90 days that Commissioner Peirce mentioned 90 days, but
Well, although I would
reality
say,
is kind of what's happening with the Federal Register, and it's just a pragmatic reality that it's a lot longer than 30 days.
I would say though that we've long put our releases up on the website as soon as we vote to adopt them, and so that's not new. And the fact that there's a delay before the Federal Register is also not new. Yet for a proposal like this, we would in the past have had a much longer comment period. And I understand that there's a real interest in moving things forward, but it serves everyone better if for planning purposes, they can know that they're going to have 90 days from the publication date in the Federal Register to put together thoughtful comments, to really think through the many pages of this release and the many questions. And it would serve us all better if we could really provide that certainty ahead of time that there's going to be a nice long period to think about these things.
Well, we do look forward to the thoughtful comments and recognizing the pragmatic effect of where the Federal Register is. It will be longer than that probably either of us anticipate right now. But Commissioner Lee.
Thank you. U.S. government securities play a central role, not just in the U.S. economy, but in the global economy as well. And the Treasury market alone is a critical component of U.S. and global financial systems, with, as Commissioner First noted earlier, roughly $23 trillion in outstanding securities at the end of 2021 and around $577 billion in average daily trading volume at the same point. These platforms on which these and other government securities trade thus also play a significant role in the smooth functioning of U.S. and global financial markets. And today's proposal seeks to bring greater transparency, greater fairness, and greater resilience to these platforms in two ways. First, by modernizing the definition of an exchange to include certain communication systems that have come to provide the same functions performed by exchanges, but do.
All right. I've had enough of this nonsense. They're not going to do anything. Like, they're just not going to do anything. Like, come on. All right. So, Amy popping back up here. I like it. Up 1%. Looking decent. BBIG curling back around a little bit. Let's see what happens at that 13 EMA right here. SPY doing the same thing over here. What's TLT? TLT's probably getting a little selly over here. Let's see what happened. Down on TLT. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. All right. Yeah, that was kind of nonsense over there. Yeah, for everybody filtering in right now, make sure you guys hit that like button on the stream. Just helps out a whole lot with the algorithm. You guys have been super supportive recently. I love to see it. Yeah, so her name is Hester Peirce. We went from Heather Pierce to Hester Pierce, but her name is Hester Peirce. She does have a Twitter account. Play it. Why? They're not doing anything. They're like not doing anything right here. I'd rather watch at what's going on here in the markets right now, just ahead of Powell, than like this nonsense SEC stuff. If anything important comes in and comes through, I'll just see it on the newsfeed. So AB coming back up here, trying to blow through this range here. SPY doing the same thing. Again, it's just kind of flickering around before Powell. Yeah, her name is Hester. Let's see. She's a good one. Crypto. Let's see. All right, what do we got here? Anything crazy? Nope, not yet. This is going to be all in the history books. It's crazy. Yeah, let it play. They're talking. We're trying to read between the lines. Fine.
Forward to reviewing the comments on both aspects of this proposal. And I'm also hopeful that commenters will weigh in on potential additional changes or requirements to the ATS framework that may be needed. For example, should the requirements currently applicable to NMS stock ATSs, and now as proposed to government securities ATSs, be applied to ATSs that trade other security asset classes, including filing public form ATSN and being subject to commission review and effectiveness process. So with that, I'll thank the staff in Trading and Markets, in the Division of Economic and Risk Analysis, and in the General Counsel's Office for their thoughtful work. And I want to thank the Chair for your leadership on this proposal, which I'm pleased to support. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Lee. Commissioner Crenshaw.
Thank you, Chair Gensler, and thank you to my fellow commissioners for your thoughtful remarks. I also want to join my colleagues in thanking the staff of the Division of Trading and Markets, the Division of Economic and Risk Analysis, and the Office of the General Counsel for your hard work that went into this release. And I also want to briefly thank Cy Rao and the chair's office and the other councils for their assistance in getting this proposal to this open meeting today. When Congress amended the Exchange Act in 1975, it found it to be in the public interest to assure, quote, fair competition among exchange markets and between exchange markets and markets other than exchange markets, close quote. The Commission quoted that language when it adopted Regulation ATS in 1998, more than 20 years ago, and has reiterated the principle in subsequent releases relating to alternative trading systems, or ATSs. Assuring fair competition has been and continues to be an important objective for the SEC's regulation of exchanges and ATSs. The amendments we're proposing today would advance that objective in two important ways. First, fair competition requires entities performing similar functions to be regulated similarly. However, under our current framework, there's a disparity among similar markets. Specifically, entities that offer the use of protocols and non-firm trading interest to bring together buyers and sellers of securities are not currently subject to our exchange regulatory framework, despite performing similar functions to ATSs and registered exchanges. These trading venues have become increasingly popular for fixed income and government securities, and the U.S. Treasury market in particular account for approximately 50% of total electronic trading volume on multilateral trading venues. This has both competitive effects and negative implications for investor protection, as these systems are not subject to SEC oversight or the SEC's requirements related to transparency or fair and orderly markets. I'm pleased that today we are proposing to address this disparity by bringing these communication protocol systems under our exchange regulatory framework. We are proposing to do this by updating the definition of exchange to include systems that offer the use of non-firm trading interest and communication protocols to bring together buyers and sellers of securities. This should help ensure that there's a level playing field for entities performing similar functions, as well as providing important investor protections, including requiring these entities to establish written safeguards and procedures to protect confidential subscriber trading information, meet the operational transparency requirements of Form ATSN for entities that trade national market system stocks or government securities or repos, and comply with fair and orderly market provisions under the Fair Access Rule. Furthermore, as far back as 1998, the Commission was concerned that system providers might label trading interest that is firm in practice as non-firm in order to avoid registering as an exchange or complying with Regulation ATS. This amendment would remove that potential loophole and ensure that the distinction between firm orders and non-firm trading interest is not used to evade our rules. I look forward to hearing from commenters on the scope of these amendments and whether or not they may be over or under inclusive. However, as our former colleague, Commissioner Roisman, put it, the failure to regulate these significant intermediaries is, quote, obviously a gap, quote, that I am pleased today we are taking steps to close. Turning to the second way in which this proposal helps advance the objective of fair competition, competition among venues requires customers to have the ability to evaluate and compare them in order to determine which best meets their needs. However, ATSs trading government securities are not currently subject to the operational transparency rules that apply to ATSs that trade NMS stocks, including the obligation to file public disclosures. In addition, ATSs that trade government securities are exempt from the Fair Access Rule and the requirement.
Yeah, guys, for those of you guys who don't know, ATS, when you think ATS, think dark pool, alternative trading system.
ATS altogether. As Commissioner Lee noted, it's hard to overstate the importance of the government securities markets and the U.S. Treasury market in particular to the U.S. and global economies. Recent disruptions, such as the flash rally of October 2014, the sudden spike in repo rates in September 2019, and the COVID-related market disruption in March 2020, triggered extensive interventions by the Federal Reserve and are a reminder of how critical these markets are to the financial system. And ATSs and communication protocol systems together represent over half of the trading activity in those markets. The proposed extension of Regulation SCI and the Fair Access Rule to those venues is an important and overdue step that should enhance market stability, resiliency, and integrity. Additionally, and critically, we are proposing to extend certain operational transparency requirements to ATSs that trade government securities. If adopted, these amendments will provide more transparency to market participants about the operations of these ATSs, including how trading interests are handled, fee structures, the ATS's interaction with related markets, liquidity providers, activities the ATS's undertakes to surveil and monitor its markets, and any potential conflicts of interest that might arise from the activities of the broker-dealer operator or its affiliates. This should enhance competition among these ATSs by allowing investors to compare different venues using standardized publicly available information and to choose the one that best suits their trading objectives. Additionally, it would help shrink the disparity between the regulation of ATSs and exchanges by requiring a greater share of ATSs to make public disclosures related to their operations, which would be subject to the Commission's review and effectiveness process. Finally, I want to highlight that in this release, we're soliciting comment on other ways to improve the ATS framework. For example, we're soliciting comment on the possibility of extending the operational transparency requirements of Rule 304 to all categories of ATSs, including ATSs that trade corporate debt securities, municipal securities, and equity securities other than NMS stocks. Many of the same concerns that motivate the proposal to extend transparency requirements to government securities ATSs are present in these other markets, which also have become increasingly electronic. Extending these transparency requirements to all ATSs and making them subject to the Commission's review and effectiveness process may present another opportunity to advance the objective of fair competition, as well as the protection of investors and market resiliency and stability. We are also soliciting comment on whether to prohibit certain practices that present potential conflicts of interest, including the disclosure of confidential subscriber information and trading by the broker-dealer operator and its affiliates in the ATS. I look forward to hearing commenters' views on these issues, other potential reforms to the ATS regular structure, and all aspects of the proposal. Thank you again to the staff for your hard work, and I'm pleased to support the proposal.
Thank you, Commissioner Crenshaw. Thank you all of my fellow commissioners. Today, the Commission is considering amendments to include significant Treasury market platforms with regulation, as you've heard, alternative trading system, ATS. I support these amendments because if adopted, they would help promote resiliency and greater access in the Treasury market. We're also considering proposals, as we've discussed, around the regulations as to what is an exchange. Congress had acted, as has been noted, in 1975.
Coming up.
We've had a lot of changes throughout these decades since then about the use of electronic platforms. And I also think it's appropriate that we revise the rules with regard to the definition of exchange, as Director Jessica Wachter mentioned earlier in her economic analysis as well. In 2020, the Commission put out a request for comment on a proposal to enhance transparency and oversight on these Treasury platforms, alternative trading systems that trade in government securities. Today's release includes the core elements of that 2020 proposal, including registration of certain interdealer brokers, so-called IDBs, in the Treasury markets. It would bring the Treasury trading platforms with significant volume under another regulation, systems compliance and integrity, which is important in terms of the critical infrastructure of our markets and the resiliency of our markets against disruptions, including cyber events. It also would require these platforms to comply with what others have said, fair access, or the fair access rule, which provides for fair access for platforms, would prohibit platforms from making unfair denials or limitations of access. Beyond that, though, today's amendments builds on the 2020 proposals and feedback from the public, as Tyler had gone through. We heard much from the public on a request for comment about the secondary markets of treasuries is now facilitated not just on these so-called IDBs, but as well on request for quote platforms. And as Director Wachter said, nearly 40% of the volume is on those platforms as well, between dealers and customers. Several commenters requested we consider bringing both the request for quote platforms along with the so-called interdealer broker platforms into the proposal. Additionally, that all alternative trading systems subject to the fair access rule would need to have reasonable written standards for granting, limiting, and denying access of services. So relatedly, I do support the element of this proposal that modernizes the rules related to the definition of an exchange to cover platforms for all kinds of asset classes that bring together buyers and sellers. As others have noted, our U.S. Treasury market, now nearly $23 trillion in size and growing, is the important base of our entire capital markets, particularly the rest of the fixed income markets. And so I think with these proposals today to bring greater resiliency and yes, regulation to the key platforms in this space is an important initiative that will promote transparency and competition as well as resiliency in this important market that's so relevant to every American because we're the issuer ultimately. We are the issuers as taxpayers of U.S. Treasury debt. Together, I believe that these steps that promote resiliency, greater access in the Treasury market, which, as I said, forms this incredible base to our capital markets. I'm pleased to support the proposal and subject to Commission approval. Look forward to the public's feedback. As we talked earlier, please look on our website. Right now, the Federal Register is running literally about 6 to 8 weeks behind. So please do look at our website near term. We look forward to your comments. I want to now just turn and appreciate not only my fellow commissioners' time and collaboration on the proposal.
Roll call for the SEC. Gary Gensler calling out the names again.
Working on this all the way up until the middle of last week and helping with advice and counsel on some of this. Had really spearheaded many of these efforts for many years. I'd also like to thank the staffs of our fellow regulatory agencies who consulted on these issues, but particularly the Department of Treasury and the Board of Governors of the Federal Reserve and the Federal Reserve Bank of New York, the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago, and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, all of whom we reached out and got good thoughts and counsel. My gratitude to the members of the SEC staff who worked on the rule, including, here we go, from the Division of Trading.
Okay, now they're just going to read off all the names, then vote on it. And I think that's the last thing that we have for the SEC. I kind of want to leave it on just to see what they do. Most likely it's going to be the same thing as last time, 3-1. They're going to vote. Yeah. So, all right, I'll put it back on for a bit.
Shulman, Heidi Pilpau, Megan Mitchell, Matthew Curcio, David Garcia, Joanne Kim, David Liu, Sarah Gillis Hawkins, Joanne Rutnochsky, Shauna Chapin, Shauna Sappington,
Come on, Pop.
Tom Eady, Steve Gibson, James Blackmore, Jeff Mooney, Ujay Sataria, Elizabeth Fitzgerald, Catherine Lesker, Umair Katz, Patrick Norton, and An Pan, all again from Trading and Markets. Then from the Division of Economic Risk Analysis, of course, Jessica, who presented, Oliver Richard, Lauren Moore, Amy Edwards, Songwan Wu, Paul Barton, John Ritter, Julia Reynolds, Sean.
Holy roll call, Gary. Just vote on it, bro. You don't have to thank everybody. It's like, oh, I want credit. Yeah. Come on.
Tasha Ni Ya and Viritio Sin. Then from the Division of the Office of General Counsel, Dan Berkovitz, Meredith Mitchell, Malou Huth, Robert Tepley, Sean Bennett, Donna Chambers, and then from the Edgar Business Office, Jane Patterson. How do commissioners vote on the division's recommendation to issue proposed amendments regarding?
Is he reading the chat right now?
The regulation alternative trading system and systems
Oh, pop,
compliance and
pop, pop.
integrity.
Come on, Amy.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the ayes having it 3-1. If we can send that to the Federal Register.
2 for 2, baby.
That concludes the business on today.
All right, 2 for 2. See what happens with that. That'll be pretty interesting. Guys, also, if you guys don't mind, hitting that like button on the stream just helps out a whole lot. You guys are doing pretty good today on it. Pretty good. Amy's popping back up. GME with a giant candle. SPY's starting to come back up a little bit here. We are looking like we're going to get a 1348 cross on the SPY coming up in a little bit. Amy's trying to get back out of this range here. Woo! Yeah, I muted it. They were done. He was like, we're done. Who voted no? Hester. Hester voted no. All that nonsense. 500 at the money calls. What the heck? Pop. Here we Gary under salary for today. Yeah, 100%. All right, so let's see what happens with SPY over here. We got TLT selling off a little bit. Not a hedge fund. Thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that, buddy. I was 23 minutes off on my 1640 $11 prediction. Dang, I'm a failure. I'll do better. I'm sorry. All right, man. Yeah, also, thanks for the super, buddy. The special shout out to you, those of you guys who send those in. You guys don't have to if you don't want to, but it really helps out a whole lot, so thank you guys so much. Let's see here. Fire Hester. Yup. All right, people, here we go. Everything's starting to get a little bit jumpy over here. I like it. TLT is selling off, so we got another 1348 cross to the downside over here below the 200 EMA. Now, I wouldn't necessarily trade TLT, but it is a good indication on where bond yields might be heading. And that could be a good indication of, okay, the SPY might start coming up. That's why we're looking at TLT over here. We're at 1639 on AMC. Here we go. Where's Keith? I don't know where Keith is. Can you please read all of our names and thank us? Guys, that's a lot of people. Can you give us a recap? They just voted. Basically, I believe what they're doing is they're voting to propose the change. So then they say, yes, now we're going to vote on it with everybody. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. I'd have to do a little bit more research into it, but a lot better than them rejecting it. So all the names, that would be insane right here. That would be insanity. I want to thank all the hedge funds for the thank me for keeping you hydrated. I want credit. That's essentially what they were doing. All right, Amy coming up here a little bit. GME coming up. TLT coming down a little bit here. SPY's getting a little bit jumpy. We are about to get that 1348 cross. Let me just zoom this in right here. Very, very close on the SPY. It is about to cross. Let's see what happens. I'm probably, honestly, especially with the premium on the SPY today, probably not going to touch anything on SPY until we see Powell. Possible 1348 on Cloudflare right now. Ooh, what is that? What's the Lou candles incoming? You guys are funny. Let's see. Next vote is to propose a vote to vote for change. I guess so. All right. So Amy coming up a little bit here. SPY starting to move up. We are getting that 1348 cross. What's the high of the day? 443. I mean, that's not terrible. If we run back up all the way to the high, let's see what happens. What's the 443? It's not that terrible. All right, let's see what happens on this little 1348 right here. See if we're gonna get a little bit jumpy. What do we have on TLT? TLT's coming down. All right, so net is Cloudflare. Okay, thank you. Net. All righty, yeah, looking for a 1348. It is above the 200. Same thing with the SPY over here. It is looking all right. Could get a little bit jumpy all the way up to these previous day highs. What the hell? That was a giant jump in premium on the SPY. That's crazy. SPY at the 3-minute about to cross. SPY at the 5-minute's going to cross right here. Right here. Cross on the 5 minutes. So let's see what happens. I just don't know if I want to do anything on the SPY ahead of Powell. Ethan, thank you so much for the super, buddy. I appreciate that. SV, when John Sandman, Rocket League YouTuber, hit 1 million subs, he had a 12-hour stream where he read every name. Bar spin set, just saying. We're going to do something crazy at 100K. We're going to do a massive giveaway with like AMC gift cards, I think is what we're going to do. It'll probably be like $5,000 or $10,000 worth of AMC gift cards, I think is what we're going to do. Or if you guys want to do something else, we could do something else. But I was thinking AMC gift cards or GME gift cards would be cool for everybody once we hit 100K. Just do like a little bit like of a raffle, and then they would go out and like 200 to 500 block gift cards if I could. I don't know. I'd have to run into like Target and just be like, hi, I'm gonna buy every single gift card that you own. Or I'd have to go to like an AMC or a GameStop and just be like, all right, here's what I want. What time's Powell speaking? 2:30. We're going to have a big party in your room. No, you're not. All right. SPY moving up a little bit here. We are getting that cross. Hold up. Roblox crossed up on the 3-minute. All righty. February 18th calls on SQQQ are so expensive. The premium on everything right now is jacked, like absolutely jacked. All right. Here's what we will do. Hit up Adam. I could just be like, hey, Adam, can I have this amount of gift cards? Only buy them from AMC or GameStop. That's what I will do. I just remember seeing them. Maybe that is what we'll do. They released the notes of the meeting at 2. Yes. All right. Yeah, you could sell puts if you wanted to. You just need the cash to do it. All right. This is what we're gonna do right here. All right. We got, where's TLT? Hold on. Where is TLT? All right, TLT's popping up a little bit here. Very interesting with this SPY move. Okay, 1348. Let's see if it crossed. Nope, not yet. Very, very close to crossing. Very, very close to crossing on 1348 on the SPY right now. Very, very close. All righty, people. How are we doing? We all feeling all right today? Can we teach Nancy and ask her which way SPY is going to go? Nah, if they limit dark pool trading for market makers and toots on 10 per ticker with a maximum of that would make a huge difference. Yeah, it would. But it's just they have to figure out which way they're going to go with it. All right. SPY's looking good right here. TLT moving back down. These daily SPYs are not going to be that good. Buy the gift cards with Doge? No. I'd have to buy Doge and no. If we can break 1670 and hold, I think we run up to 1770. Yeah. SV, you can buy gift cards online. Yeah. Okay. I might do that. Right. But we could do AMC and GameStop gift cards. You probably have a GameStop somewhere near you. Or you can give it to somebody. That's fine. That's what we're going to do when we hit 100K. We're going to do a massive, probably $5,000 or $10,000 giveaway of gift cards of AMC and GameStop stuff. All right. There's a cross right there. Let's see. You should live stream your graduation and say, I learned more in my last year streaming in my last 4 years in class. Thanks. Yeah, exactly. Like, come on. It's kind of nonsense with the whole. Yeah, this bounce right here is good. What's this? 37 all the way up here. SPY could get going a little bit. Nah, TLT's coming up. That's an interesting one. How do I join the premium Discord? You click the link in the Discord where it's like upgrade to premium. There's a link and then instructions on how to do it if you want to do that. SPY moving up here. All right, let's screw around. This is what we're gonna do right here. All right, let's see what TLT does at this right here and then kind of take a look and see what SPY is going to do. So we got a nice little 1348 right here. Dun, dun, dun. All righty. TLT down. Hold up. Wait a minute. All righty, let's see what's going to happen. We got TLT coming down. We got SPY trying to get a little jumpy over here. We got AMC coming up. We got GME coming up too. I like it. I like the look of this over here, huh? I think the premiums are because they know how volatile things. Yeah. It's just the Fed. It's just everything with the Fed happening right now and the amount of volatility that we've seen recently is absolutely drunk. So let me take a look at this right here. All right, we're going to mess around with this a little bit. We got a nice little 1348. Let's see if it continues. If not, we're going to follow the rules and see what happens. So I see him looking at his phone. I am. What do you think I'm doing over here? All right. What will the transparency data prove when it becomes public? Nothing too crazy. It's just going to put a little bit more, what do you call it? SPY didn't cross view on trading view. Well, you got to have extended hours on. You got to make sure you have after hours. 3 rounds of interviews only to get a rejection. Chris, stinks, man. Sorry about that. All right. So TLT rejected off of the 13 here. Let's see what happens with this little 1348. Update on your Liquid IV sponsorship. Let's check my email. Filled it out like a little while ago. I think it's this one. Yeah. Liquid. Nothing yet. Nothing yet on Liquid IV. Market, please crash. I beg to God. I mean, It looks all right. TLT coming back up. Watch up along the SPY over here. Let's see what happens. GME, everything looks like it wants to start trending to the upside. My SPY's not crossing. Mine's crossed right here. Crossed right here. 1348 on the 5-minute. You got to have extended hours on too. Let's see. SPY moving back down with TLT coming up. Have you heard the DD on XRT? I mean, I've seen some stuff on XRT that like kind of it's interesting. We need transparency on VIX ankles. No. WebTorb, thank you so much for the super, buddy. I appreciate that. With laws for states and countries with the giveaway, please make sure you're good. No, I know. I don't want to, I don't think your ankles would survive in prison. Yeah. There are certain ways that you can do these giveaways. You just have to follow all of the rules, that YouTube and it's like sweepstakes rules, that you have to give out. It has to be like no skill, no nothing. It's all random, I think is what you have to do. Or no, that's lottery. I don't know. Maybe it has to be a game of skill. So I have to ask somebody a question is what I have to do. So it has to be a game of skill, I think. I don't know. I'll look at the rules though before I do it. I mean, you guys know me. I'm not gonna mess around. Your SPY's not crossing yet either. I don't know. Mine's crossed. TLT moving up here. Interesting. TLT is getting it's getting a pop here. It's getting a little pop. Hold up. TLT is getting a little jumpy over here. I've already shown my ankles. Ask TMI when he did his giveaway. I will. Yeah, also, if you guys don't mind, hitting that like button on the stream just helps out a whole lot with the algorithm. Let's see. Brambles, thank you so much for the super, buddy. Sorry, still new here. What does TLT show? So TLT is showing you basically bond yields. So it's showing you basically flow of money in the overall market. If bond yields start to go down, TLT goes up. TLT goes up when bond yields go down. Bond yields go up, TLT goes down. So right now, bond yields are coming down a little bit. More money is flowing into the bond market right here. SPY cross on the 5-minute, about to reject with the TLT pop. Yeah, it might. Let's just see what happens. TLT does this sometimes. If it does reject and come back down, I mean, I have the rules set up. Follow the rules, see how it goes. I mean, everything right here is textbook, follow the rules. Enough with the ankle stuff, getting old. Brother 8. No, it's not me. I don't do it. My SPY enough cross at 4:39 extended hours, but not crossing now. User error. It might be. TLT getting a little jumpy over here. Looks like the Bank of Canada is holding off interest rate hikes for now. Interesting, Canada. Interesting. Okay. All right, SPY. What are we gonna do here with the TLT? TLT ripping. Oh, TLT ripping. Let's see. SCV's water jug ankles. BBIG looks like it's about to pop. Let me take a look. BBIG could get going a little bit here. GME is going on a moon mission right now. Look at this thing. Look at GME up how much? 6.27%. Here we go. Sev, thank you so much for the super, buddy. I appreciate that. Hi, brother. Can you check Prague? Ortex got options for 2 expiring Friday. Debating on if I should sell right now with a loss or wait. I wouldn't base your decision off of Ortex numbers. But let's take a look. Prague over here. And weeklies are going to be very, very volatile, especially on Prague with the way it's moving. 9.89% estimated short interest. They're shorting it a lot today. The short interest percent changed 10%. So they borrowed 3.83 million shares on it. Utilization 79. Decently high cost borrow. SPY coming down with that TLT rip over here. Let's see. Hold on. I got to follow the rules over here. Got to follow the rules. Always follow the rules. Let's see. Hold on. What are my rules saying? Okay. Still in it. The rules are telling me to stay. We're all good. Let's see what happens here. Has anyone seen that Jim Cramer video of him walking in the snow in his underwear? Yeah, in one shoe on. He has one shoe on and he's walking in the snow. It's hilarious. I was laughing so hard when I saw that. I was like, well, this is the dude that people are keeping taking investment advice from. Why is TLT keeping referenced? It's going to lead the SPY. So TLT typically leads the SPY moves. So right now with the 1348 cross, it's like, okay, well, it is bullish on the SPY, but TLT is saying it could go down with this bond move, which is kind of what we're seeing right now. But TLT does this where it pops and then it just sells right back off and the SPY just comes back to the upside. So as long as you're following the rules with the crossover and you have your stop losses set in place and you're all good to go, it doesn't really matter what TLT is going to do in the short term if you're going to hold these for a little while and hopefully you're going to make a little bit of money on it. So I don't know. Let's see what happens. I mean, I'm still within all of the limits I have. So TLT moves the opposite of SPY and sometimes a little bit sooner, but you need a big move out of TLT to really get it going. I mean, this is 144.02 to 142.24. So that's a decent size move, but let's see. He's too obvious, the Netflix tweet. Yes and no. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That was just kind of nonsense on the Netflix stuff. Like, GME is pumping right now. GME is really pumping right now. So GameStop is up 6.5%. AMC is up about 2%. And TLT is moving to the upside. Hold your horses, people. This one could get interesting. Bond market, risk off. Yeah, they're going risk off right now. We need more buy pressure on AMC. Yeah, I mean, what's the volume on GME today? 1.29 million. Nothing too crazy. TLT selling off. If TLT breaks down below here, I mean, it does want to do a little bit of a 1348 cross. I mean, this 1348 on SPY isn't that crazy. So, I don't know. Let's take a look. We need more. Yeah, we need more buying pressure. We need people to have more free cap. Oh, GME. It's coming. GME is getting up there here. This is nice. Jimmy. I like it. I like to see it. GME is ripping. Breakdown TLT. It may not. It may not. It might come up to this 200 EMA again and test it, and that would suck. But you know what? You just kind of got to do it. Narrow dimension. Gonna run from 3 to 7. Gamma run from 3 to 17 2 months ago, like last year. Could it definitely could. Oh, it looks like the market did boom. That's weird for a market crash. Holding strong. Yeah. Holy GME right now. Amy with a candle now. Everything's starting to heat up now. Hold on. SPY coming back up a little bit. TLT selling off. GME now above 107. We can break 110. That's going to be sweet. Amy up above 1650. Up about 2.8% right now. Everything's looking pretty solid right now. Let's see. TLT looks like it wants to back off of this little move on the way up. Here we go, people. Are you saying Jimmy or GME? I'm saying Jimmy, because that's what I call GME. Amy popping up out of this range right here. Let's see if the buyers are going to step in. TLT settling down here. SPY could get a little action off of this too. Here we go. Yep, this is looking good here. Come on. Slap that ask. This is slapping advice. There you go. Yeah. Also, make sure you guys hit that like button on the stream. Holy GME. This is moving right here. GME is moving. Amy's coming up too. I like the look of this right here. TLT getting a little bit of a red candle here. I like it. Hold up. Ooh, the SPY call. Ooh, I like this over here. It's so weird seeing green. Yeah, I know. Isn't it weird? Feels nice though, doesn't it? Feels nice. GME pumping. SPY, get a candle here. Amy, wow. Okay, so we're going to need to test this previous day high of 1673 to get really above here. GME is just making new day highs as we speak. We're now at 108, up 8% right now. Come on, TLT. Just let the bottom drop out of the bond so we can see money flow back into the market. The algos kind of trigger some more buys on GME. It is pumping right now. Amy's coming up too. This is looking really good. Here we go. BBIG curling back. Yep, SPY's coming up now too. Oh, baby. Here we go. These are Lou candles. All right, so whenever we see big boom candles, again, everybody's like, "Why are you being mean, making fun of them?" I'm not. I'm having fun. I like the what do you call it? The morale boost of what Lou does. Oh, here comes the SPY. I like it. What did you just say? Just 8% for now. Calm down. No, I will do no such thing. 8.5% in a day. Come on now. Corey, what's up, buddy? Here we go. No, because people so what people were saying was, oh, here comes SPY on this little 1348. Oh, so what people were saying was like when we would see big candles, people were like, oh, Lou is buying. And it was just funny. GME popping up here. Hey, K-Pot, how your puts doing? Let's see. I had to throw that one in there. Sorry, I had to throw it in there. TLT tank. Get down there. Down, girl. Down, girl. I'm calling 18 by the end of the day, 25 by the end of the week. Oh, baby. It's looking. I mean, we still have to wait for Powell. Like, I'll be out of these calls by Powell. 8% up is better than 8% more down. Yep, it's 441 resistance. What is it right now? A little bit. I mean, it's above 441 right now. It's hit 443 in the trading day today. So TLT backing off. I like it. Amy 1665. We're having fun. Jimmy hit 9.5% in his first second. Yeah, it was at 109.31. Apple, did that one get a nice little 1348? Yep, Apple 1348 cross right here. If Apple starts to run, that'll be nice. Amy, 1666, 1665 coming up. GME, what you doing here, buddy? All right. SPY looking good. Let's get TLT back up here. Come on, people. Let's have some fun. Here come the halts. Shut up. You guys are funny. You guys are funny. I like you. I like you people. If we hit 21 today, I'll shave my chest hair. All right. TLT is not moving. This is weird. It's not picking a direction yet. Look at these candles. All right. Those 1348 on GME signals right around 103. Goes all the way to 109. Bing bong. TLT is not wrong. I mean, 1348 is not wrong. Oh, I like this. I like this setup coming in right here. This could be interesting. What do you mean, you people? You know exactly what I mean by you people. Let the bonds hit the floor. Come on, let's go. SPY, get up there. TLT selling off here. I like it. GME coming back up. Amy coming back up a little bit here. Up 3.93. We got GME up 9. I like this. I like this. Is this a setup for shorts at 2 p.m. news? It could be. Hit that like, says Wall Street. It's the block. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Let's go, AMC. All right, here's what we're going to do. What are we at right now? Fetty Wap. We need the Fetty Wap number 1738. CLT coming down. Watch out above on the SPY. SPY can get a little jumpy here. If it does, watch GME go to 110. Here we go. 9.5% on GME right now. Amy chilling right around up 4%. SPY's about to get a little jumpy, I think, with these TLT moves. I'm in your walls. That's kind of weird. Lou, buy more. I mean, yeah, that's what we're going to need. Go away, TLT. Exactly. Just down. SPY premium's not really doing anything right here. Just kind of hanging out. Oh, there it is. There it is. New day high for AMC right here at 1676. GME day high at 109.38. SPY's trying to make a move here with TLT kind of holding it back. I like this look here. Smash the like, says David H. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. New day high. Yep. Here we go. Come on. Jump. Everything just start to jump here, but except for TLT, you need to tank. Oh, whoa. GME, new intraday high at 110.21. I like it. AMC's intraday high now is just made a new high, 16.79. I like it. The SPY is starting to move up here. 13.48 looks like it's striking again. I'm probably going to quick flip these. Never go broke taking profits on this one. Let's see here. Oh, GME hit 110. I like it. I like it over here. Come on. TLT selling off. I like these SPY calls right here. Just a quick flip just to get back in. Get ready for 18th. That would be sick. Love your energy. We the people. I appreciate that, buddy. I appreciate that. So come on, GME. Do your thing. I second what Mafuz said. Where is he? What did Mafuz said? Sorry, I'm late. Was at work. Can you explain some of the SEC morning vote? Nothing too crazy. It's just a little bit more transparency coming in. Not a hedge fund. Thank you so much for the super, buddy. I really appreciate that. Fetty Wap 1738 incoming. I love to see that. TLT with a green candle over here. Watch out below on the SPY. Might get a little selly for a little bit, but it is slowly stair-stepping its way up. Your enthusiasm is euphoric. Dude, that's what I do over here. I'm enthusiastic. Oh, you guys want Ortex updates? Fine. Ortex boy over here. All right, so we've got 20.69% estimated short interest on Amy. They returned 327,000 shares today on a net basis. So then we come over to GME over here and kind of check out what is Amy popping right now. SPY pop. I like it. Okay. So estimated short interest on GME 20.5%. They've returned about 38,000 shares today with a higher cost to borrow. So the shorts are like, don't really like that right now. Yeah, TLT pop. Don't really like that a whole lot. But let's see. SPY is slowly trying to stair step its way up here. We really need some serious FOMO buying. Yeah, we do. That's exactly what we need. If we moon tomorrow or Friday, is that the clear sign that the whole entire system is manipulated? Yes, we live in the matrix. What's minimum pain this week? I mean, it's always past the highest strike on the chain. That's what we're calling minimum pain these days. All right, so TLT is just kind of hanging out over here, not really doing a whole lot for us. GME still hanging around 109.50. We got AMC at 16.64. I like it. Let's have some fun, people. Let's get the SPY coming back up, the market trending up until Powell. Let's see what happens. Oh, Powell at 2:30. He's looming in the market. Yeah, we still have 2 p.m. Jack the VIX. SPY moving down on this TLT move again. Again, I mean, this isn't scaring me off that much. We still have this crossover. It's slowly just trickling its way up here. But let's see. Can an ETF be halted? Yes, those are circuit breakers. Well, that's more an index. So that's more an index. So max pain for GME is 110. Interesting. They're pumping it just to dump it at 2. I mean, they can do whatever the hell they want. All right, TLT is really low volume today on this thing. GME, go. Just go. Amy coming down here. If it tests this level of support and then rips, I would love to see it. Oh, SPY. What you doing here, bud? When no pain, squeeze, I guess. I think that's what we would say. No class today, SCV. Well, sort of I do, but one of them's recorded and one of them I don't have another class. So, I mean, I'll come off at the time I usually do and I'll come back on at 1:15 and get ready for Powell. You bought on an uptick, killer? No. I bought on the 1348 cross. So it filled your order at a higher price? Me? You talking about me? Don Julio, we need the 1942 is what we need. We need the Don Julio 1942 number. We need a little bit of bullishness out of SPY coming out of the market. That's what we need to see. Some good news come out. Something. Kramer tweet. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Kramer. Hold on. What did he tweet? If this is just a a different tweet, it's 59 minutes ago about the Fed. Come on. Powell on, Powell off. We will be playing Powell on, Powell off a little bit later today. TLT is making another move back up. Remember, it's basically at the previous high that it made, and then it just gets knocked down. But let's see. SPY was at a higher level than the last time that it did this. GME coming down, 108.74, still up basically 9%. AMC up 3.5% right now. I like it. Max pain 19 for AMC. Yep. Don Julio without the decimal. Ooh, I would like that. SPY coming down to test the 13 again. Let's see. TLT pop. Not really what you want to see. Love what you do. Can you explain the difference between shares outstanding and free float? Shares outstanding is like the total amount of shares. Free float is what's publicly traded by the public. All right, TLT ripping here. That is not what we want to see. Can you just show ankles and elbows and force the squeeze SCV share? No. Don't listen to crackheads. Yes. Where's the danger zone now? I mean, there's one at 20. There's a danger zone at 20. So, hold. TLT still coming up. Watch out below on the SPY here. I'll be following the rules on this little SPY trade. If it hits the stop loss, out. It might be around there right now. It might be around where the stop is. It's getting close. It's getting close. So let's see. What do you think about NNDM? 1.4 billion in cash. Yeah, but they need to do a lot with that cash. That's the thing you need to see on NNDM. Like they need to do it. Like they need to make their product commercially available to like everybody. So SPY moving down a little bit. Premiums aren't really moving a whole lot today. Oopsie poopsie fake out. Yeah, maybe GME max pain. It'll get there at 110. Yeah. Let's see what happens with TLT. They did just get a little bit of a 1348 cross on the 5-minute, but again, it's under the 200 EMA. The MACD did cross, so it does have like some room to just go right down. So SPY, interesting. Okay, well, let's see what happens here. Hood earnings today. Hood's tomorrow. 3-to-1 approval of the new proposal. Yeah, we were watching it. 1,770 VIXers. What's that? Oh, there goes SPY. That probably hitting the stop right there. Yeah. Oh, it's getting close. TLT pop. Hold up. It's right around there. Let's see. Are we playing puts on Hood? I mean, I might do a strangle on Hood. Let's see what happens with the SPY right here if it comes back. It's right around the stop. My mental stop. If TLT gets rejected and comes back down, that would be pretty sweet. But if not, live to fight another day. Alrighty. 1776 was the year we declared our independence. Yeah, it's Declaration of Independence time. TLT, another pop. And it hasn't hit it yet. Alrighty. Yeah, also, if you guys don't mind hitting that like button on the stream, it just helps out a whole lot with the algorithm. Thank you guys so much for all the support you guys have been giving me recently. Ooh, Amy popping off these lows a little bit here. SPY, coming down a little bit significantly here. Interesting. GME popping back up. So AMC and SPY are kind of AMC and GME are kind of disjointing from the SPY right now. I like to see it. Now TLT is kind of signaling SPY to come down a little bit. 1348 looking like it wants to spread out a little bit here. So, interesting. Don't you think it's best to wait till 2 p.m. on a decision for options? Yeah, I know. I'm just playing around here a little bit. Like I'm literally just messing around. They took the light bucket away. No, I'm just messing around with a little bit of a 1348 breakout to see if we're going to get a little bit of a run up here. I said before that I wasn't going to do anything. Probably should have just listened to myself. I mean, I'm still going to follow the rules and just do everything that I'm supposed to do. And yeah, just follow the rules. You're going to be fine. Let's see. Do you work out your ankles? No. 1776 is the price that AMC becomes independent from hedgy rule? Nah, not really. That a boy. Follow the rules. Shadow, exactly. You always got to follow the rules. The rules have been outlined for you. If you do not follow the rules and you mess it up, that is your issue. Just quickies today? Yeah, exactly. Amy, won't you come my way? Stop. All right, TLT selling off now. Let's see if we can get a pop on the SPY. GME looks like it wants to get up to those previous day highs. I like it. Come on. Angles are weak. Purse getting shot on her Twitter. I bet she is. She just spewed a bunch of nonsense. Like absolute nonsense. That was clever with 1776 independence. I got that. Well, you got to go. Then you have Don Julio 1942. And then we also have 1738 Fetty Wap levels. So, SPY getting bid up a little bit here. I'm kind of scared for the Fed talk for real. Nah, don't be scared. Just follow the trend. Let Jerome tell you where to go, and that's going to be it. Amy, 1658 right now, up about 3.5%. GME is at 108.92, up 9.15%. The SPY is coming up a little bit here, coming back to life a little. Let's see if my buddy sent me what I need. Yup, there we go. This TLT candle is nice. I like it. As per MarketWatch, a president's approval rating is often inversely related with the stock market. I mean, I hope so. That would be wild. Alrighty. There goes TLT. SPY, get going. Scared money don't make money. Yep, I just want SPY to burn. I mean, it might. If you're a French fry when you're supposed to pizza, that is just confusing. I don't know what you're talking about there, and that's pretty wild. Yucca. Stop. All right, here comes TLT on the way down. Biggie pop incoming. I'll pull up Biggie for a second. Yeah, Biggie might want to do a little 1348 over here. Oh, GME. Come on now, buddy. Come on, Jimmy. Do your thing here. SPY moving back up. I like it. Let's get TLT over here. Just to kind of give us a little indication. Man, a little pop. That's no fun. We want TLT to really start going down. It's only gambling if you don't know what you're doing. Exactly. Peanut butter and mayo. That's weird. You have 425 puts. That's wild. That's crazy behavior. Hester was on the run from authorities a few years ago and had a name change that originally happened to be... Stop. All right, GME, come on, buddy. Get up there. That nice little 1348. I like it. All right, here we go. It's all gambling. That's true. It's just educated gambling. That's what the stock market is. It's just educating it. We're long TLT. No, we need to be. Have you seen the short interest on TLT recently? It's a lot. It's like 40%. They're really expecting these rate hikes to come through and hit everything in TLT down. Nordstrom calls printing 1348. 1348 hits for the second time today, says Werner. That a boy, dude. I'm glad you're making the good use out of the Discord over there. I can't see the screen. Where's AMC and GME? AMC's at 1664, up 1665, up 3.9. And then we have GME at 109.24. Your daddy, thank you so much for the super. I appreciate that. Do you really believe they would let this go to 100K when they took the buy button away at 450? Dude, 100K is crazy high. Crazy high. You passed your 1 year AMC ownership. Nice. I like it. I love to see that, man. Sorry, just stepped on. What was the transparency thing approved? It was just a rule about like I think it was PF is what it was called. So it's basically just requiring hedge funds to report more. I think we all have it backwards. Kenny Boy works for Kramer. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one over there. All right, TLT and SPY just kind of hanging around here. Amy's trying to get back up above 1670. GME's making that climb up here too. SPY moving back down a little bit with a TLT coming down. Interesting. The dude, come on, dude. You can't get me with that easy of a one. No capital gains from here on. Well, no short term. You will get long-term capital gains. You will get hit with that. It'll just be less taxes. Let's see. TLT down. SPY, it's your time to shine. Will you cover Walmart earnings? When is it? I think it's like in a couple weeks. I expect something big happening this week. Something big could happen this week. It could be a wild week. TLT breaking down here. SPY, get your butt up there. Yeah, review do 1348 vids. Yep, they're also if you're in the free section of the Discord, there's a must watch before you do anything section, and all of those videos are outlined for you in there. Goes over the strategy. I would recommend everybody watch those videos and understand before you start really trying to make use of the alerts. Just because like they're not buying, you have to know what you're doing. Whole candle on GME. Here we go. I think you and TMI and Review Dark, you guys really changed the game for us retail traders. Werner, I appreciate that, man. Yeah, everybody is printing, dude. Like I saw one the other day. It was like some dude just made like 30 grand on SPY, and I was like, "You're an absolute wild boy for doing that." Can I increase the AMC price by 10% during your lunch break? I could try. I don't know how I'm going to do that, but you know what? I'll do my best. GME new day highs 110.70. We're at 110.60 right now. We got AMC popping up above 1670. Now we're at 1672, 1673, just flickering around. SPY's making a little bit of a move up here, and TLT is selling off. So this could get a little runny here for a little bit. I agree. I only found Vix a couple of weeks ago and wish I found him sooner. My type of YouTuber, Mafuzz. I hope I'm saying your name right. I don't want to butcher your name. But yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate that. New day. Holy GME candles. 111. Woo! We're getting some floops over here, people. We're getting some floops. I love to see it. I love to see it. I love to see it. Yes, sir. New game is called Learn to Play Options. Make some load up on our beloved stocks. The new guy? Yeah, GME is going right now. Whoa, GME. Amy should be coming with it in a little tiny bit here, but GME is up 12% right now. It is pumping. Pumping. Here we go. Weirdo, nobody's talking about the transparency rule being passed. I know. Very informed individual. Appreciate the knowledge. Anytime, man. That's what I'm here for. All right. Everything's pumping right now. TLT not doing a whole lot, but GME is really getting some buyers here. Cue the FOMO. Amy coming up here. Watch that previous day high at 1683. GME looks like it wants to come up here a little bit too. SB and TMI changed my life forever. I managed a multinational travel company, had a few hundred staff worldwide, worked day and night, no more. Rona introduced me to the stock market. STV and TMI rule. Simon, dude, that's awesome. Thank you, man. Tim, thank you so much for the super, buddy. I really appreciate that. SPY coming up. TLT down. GME new day highs over here. 112.04. Holy shit. Here we go. Whew. That was Lou doubling down. Interesting. I like it. Yeah, it wasn't sound like the 60s Robin when he says, holy candles, Batman. Oh, fuck, GME's going. Amy coming up here. Amy with a nice little candle right here. Let's see if we're going to get the Fetty Wap. It's weird that we're saying this, but AMC 1738 would be fun. It's not like an actual key level. It's just a fun zone level. TLT, SPY's coming up here. I like this. TLT moving down. GME is really getting jumpy over here. Oh, baby. It's starting to get interesting, everybody. It is starting to get interesting. Watch out for the Fed, though. The Fed could come in and just spook everybody. She's coming. TLT's coming. GME is still making highs. AMC still making highs. I really like this. I'm really a big fan of this right here, people. Yeah, also, if you guys don't mind, hitting that like button on the stream. It just helps out a whole lot with the algorithm. We're pumping right now. Freaking, let's go. GME new day highs over here again. AMC starting to come up again. Oh, they don't move together, but they do the exact same thing. Oh, cool. Awesome. So TLT moving up. Watch SPY. Holy freaking GME right now. Amy, come on. Get a little bit of candle here. 21 million in volume right now. We're up 5%. GME's up 13.5. This is looking good over here. I like it. Everybody excited? Is everybody excited now that we're seeing these giant pumpy moves on AMC and GME right now? What is this up now? 14%? I like it. Come on. Come on. This is beautiful right here. This is really beautiful. Amy is looking like it wants to approach that $17 level. Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. It's getting the candles over here. 1692, 1694 was the previous TLT coming up. Watch out on the SPY. Hold up. Hold up. Glad I didn't sell my calls. There you go. You sound like an announcer in a horse race. Yep. Everybody's dropping the horses. I love to see it. Amy looking like it wants to cross that 17. I like it. I like it. I like it. Come on. BBIG, doom candles. Uh-oh. Print. Yep. Ankles again. If we GME closes at 130. Oh boy. Amy, can't you see? All right. GME's popping up here. Amy's popping up here. We are really getting jumpy over here. I like it. Come on. Didn't you say no? I said 20. If I said 20 this week in another ankle. So you get to see the other ankle at 20. TLT popping up, SPY holding up decently low. What are these contracts at? Are they still flat basically? You're basically flat. Let's see. And it begins. I mean, we're pumping right now, up 6.3% on AMC, up 14% on GME. We're looking good over here, people. I like it. I like it a lot. Ankles incoming. Hey, if we hit 20, we get ankles. So let's see. We got another like $3 to go. TLT, you need to go down. That's what you need to do. Orders from Friday. That's not real. Well, now we need more volume. No. We need more buying pressure. We need the buyers to come step back in. We need the institute. This could be, I mean, what's this candle right here on the 5 minute? 1.5 million, nothing too crazy. It is trying to get back above 17. I really like it. SPY moving down, TLT moving up. Interesting. Show us behind your ears. That's weird. Slow down. I don't think we can handle elbows. I don't know. Funds unloading before the transparency rule goes into effect. I don't know about that, but SPY coming down, TLT popping up. Jimmy hanging out a little bit here. FOMO. I like it. TLT forming a head and shoulder. Yeah, it is. I like this actually. It is. We need a Frozen song or maybe a Ric Flair. Let it go. Come on. Over 17. Come on. Let's go. Let's see. Come on. TLT back down. Come on. This is kind of hurting the move. These TLT moves are going to affect the market. Amy back above 17. I love it. I freaking love it here. He's letting it go. I'm trying. I'd let it go above 17. There we go. I mean, obviously I control the market. 22-year-old Vix in college is controlling the stock market right now. Obviously that's how things work. Whew. Hold on now. Let's see. What do we got here? Oh shoot. I didn't realize it is now 12:05. That is actually, hold on. We're pumping a little bit here. We are pumping up a little bit here. SPY is moving back up. But guys, that is going to wrap up the morning stream. I do have to go get lunch and then I'll be back on right away at 1:15. But what we're going to do right now is one, if you guys want to come hang out with me in the Discord, that's where I am going to be right now. So that's where I'll be. The link to the free chat is up there. If you guys want to come hop in with me, make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. It just helps out with the algorithm. We are going to be back on at 1:15. I hope all 2,700 of you that are in here right now come back later. We're going to be watching Powell. Watch out for Powell. Powell's going to be causing a lot of nonsense in the overall market. Let's see what happens. Let's see. Why am I ditching you now? I'm headed over to TMI's channel, and then I am going to, come back for 1:15. So again, we got the free part of the Discord. Again, if you guys want to see what it's all about, go in there, kind of mess around, see what's going on. Make sure you guys check that out. A lot of people are printing with it recently, but don't take my word for it. Just go ask the people that are in there that are making so much money on it. And then, yeah, make sure you guys hit that like button on the way out. Oh, we got a last minute super from Benjamin. Newer investors or novice options players, proceed with caution, please. The Fed can be like bleach in drinking water. Yes, sir. Yeah, guys. All right. I'll see you over at TMI's channel at 3, 2, 1. All right, cool. I'm going over.